Very good evening, one and all. I request all the audience and guests to please take your seats. Once again, Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. I request everyone to raise up for national anthem. अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे. Thank you. Please be seated. I'm glad to invite KCC&I President Mr. SP Hiremath onto the dais. I request today's guest speaker, Chartered Accountant Mr. Vinayak Hiremath, to come on the dais. I also request guest speaker, Chartered Accountant Mr. Manish Bhansali, to come on the dais. I request Vice President Mr. Sandeep Bidacharya to please join us. I also request Mr. Viresh Motki sir. It will now be the turn of Honorary Secretary Mr. Ravindra Baligar sir to please join us on the dais. I request Membership Development Committee Chairman Mr. Subhash Bagalkoti to grace the dais. We also recognize the contribution and I also request our past President Mr. Vinay Javli sir to please, Ramesh Patil sir to please join us on the dais, and also Vinay sir, please come. So it's a kind request, sir. Please, it's just a recognition. Please to come on the dais. Thank you. Now I request the dignitaries on the dais to come forward to water the plant. We at KCCI not only preach, but we practice global growth while being in harmony with nature. Let us take a oath that we shall not cut the trees and grow more trees in future. I request our president, Mr. S.P. Sonchimat sir, to welcome the audience.
Karnataka Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Okay. Future proof of your business, AI funding technology. Respected Vice President Sandeep Pistaria, respected Veeranna Motigi, and respected Ravi Baligar, Secretary, and ex-President Ramesh Kumar Patil, respected Vinay Jawli, and all other subcommittee chairman and senior KCCI members, past president, senior members and of KCCI and I, distinguished chairperson of committee, esteemed members of the press and media, and valued participants who have joined us from various places. I extended very warm welcome to all of you to this significant seminar on future-proof your business. Today is the focus on AI, funding and technology reflects our commitment of helping our business community stay ahead in an every evolving economic landscape. We are particularly future to have with us CA Vinayak Hiremath, founder of Hiremath and Rathi, and CA Manish Bhansali, founder of Growth Partners, who will share their invaluable insights on the navigations, the future of business, their expertise and experience will undoubtedly provide us which particular strategy and innovative approach to strengthen our business. I am confident that today's session will spark meaningful discussion and create a valuable networking opportunities for all participants. Once again, welcome you all to this seminar. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request the Chairman of Membership Development Committee, Sri Subhash Badalkoti, to brief about the program.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದಂಥ ಸಂಶಿಮಠ್ ಅವರೇ, ಉಪಾಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದಂಥ ಸಂದೀಪ್ ಅವರೇ, ಇಂದಿನ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳಾದಂಥ ವಿನಾಯಕರಿಗೆ, ಮನೀಶ್ ಅವರೇ, ವೀರೇಶ್ ಮೊಟಿಗೆ ಅವರೇ, ಇಂದಿನ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದಂಥ ರಮೇಶ್ ಪಾಟೀಲ್ ಅವರೇ, ಜವಳಿ ಅವರೇ, ನಮ್ಮ ಗೌರವ ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿಯಂತ ರವೀಂದ್ರ ಬೆಳಗೆರೆ, ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮಿತ್ರರೇ, ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿವಸ ನಾನು ಮೆಂಬರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಮಿಟಿಯಿಂದ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸುಮಾರು ನನ್ಗೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಚೇಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 3500 ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇಂದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಸ್ಥರು, ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲಿಸ್ಟು, ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಿಸ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ಮುಂದ್ ಬಂದ ನಮ್ ಚೇಂಬರ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಅದೀರಿ, ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಇಲ್ದವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ವಿನಂತಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಚೇಂಬರ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಆಗಿರಿ. ನಾವು ಸುಮಾರು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಚೇಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ. 19 ಕಮಿಟಿ ಅದಾವು. ಟೂರಿಸಂ ಕಮಿಟಿ, ವುಮನ್ಸ್ ವಿಂಗು, ಯಂಗ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿನರ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್, ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ, ಸುಮಾರು ಕಮಿಟಿ ಅದಾವೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಚೇಂಬರ್ನವರು ಸುಮಾರು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸಂಪರ್ಕ ಇದೆ. ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಸ್ಥರಿಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆದ್ರೆ, ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಆದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಪರಿಹಾರ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್. ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀನಿ, ಯಾರು ಆಗಲ್ದವ್ರು ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಆಗ್ರಿ.
Thank you, sir. I request Mr. Naresh Kotari to introduce our guest speaker, Mr. Vinayak Hiremath, to the audience.
A very warm good evening to all. It's my privilege to introduce Mr. Vinayak Hiremath, a highly accomplished professional and inspiring leader in the field of chartered accountancy. Mr. Hiremath is a chartered accountant qualified through the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India and holds a BCom degree from Pragati Mahavidyalaya, Hyderabad. With over 15 years of extensive experience in advisory services, he is the founder partner of Hiremath and Rathi, a distinguished chartered accountancy firm with branches in Bangalore, Hubli, Belgavi, and Alnavar. Born and educated in Alnavar up to 10th standard, Mr. Hiremath pursued his higher education in Hyderabad, completing his PUC BCom and chartered accountancy qualifications. He cleared the rigorous CA final examination in his very first attempt in August 2011. Starting his career with Jayant and Sadashiv Chartered Accountants, he went on to work with KPMG as an auditor senior before establishing his own practice in January 2015. Today, Hiremath and Rathi operates with a strong team of 10 chartered accountants, 4 company secretaries, and over 60 dedicated professionals. Mr. Hiremath's expertise spans corporate accounting, audit and assurance, business setup services, taxation, corporate restructuring, transaction advisory, and cross-border taxation. In addition to his professional achievements, he is committed to nurturing young talent, providing practical training to BCom students at the Alnavar branch of his firm. We are honored to have such a distinguished and visionary professional among us today. Let us extend a warm welcome to Mr. Vinayak. Thank you.
Thank you. I request the dignitaries on the dais to felicitate Mr. Vinayak Hiremath. Thank you. Now I request Mr. Sujay Javli to introduce our guest speaker, Mr. Manish Bhansali, to the audience.
Thank you and good evening, everybody. The next guest speaker is Chartered Accountant Manish Bhansali. To speak less about his professional experience, he is a founder at Growth Partners Software Aggregator, operates branches in Gadag, Hubli, and Bangalore, AI and Tech Committee member of Karnataka State CA Association, Zone Conveyor at Jain International Trade Organization, Vice President at Youth Wing of Gadag District Chamber of Commerce. He is a Tally influencer and evangelist. Speaking few about his educational background, Sir has completed his schooling from Bulkoti from Sri Rajeshwari Vidyaniketan. He has cleared his chartered accountancy in 2018, completed management and finance course at Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad in 2019. His awards and achievements are: he's been awarded by Tally Solutions for Digital Transformation and Business. He is a speaker at various forums, including Jito, Lions Club, Chamber of Commerce, and CA Institute. Sir, it's an honor to have you among us. Thank you.
Thank you. I request the dignitaries on the dais to felicitate Mr. Manish Bhansali. Thank you. I request all the dignitaries to please step down from the dais and take the seats in front row. The speakers are going to be on the dais. As the stage is all set, let's buckle up and deep dive into the event. I know, I know most of you all are aware that Karnataka Chamber of Commerce and Industry is a very strong organization and it has 19 subcommittees. Today's event is organized by one of the subcommittee, that is Membership Development Committee, and proud to say it is very active and its vision is very precise to add more valuable members to KCC&I and also to retain existing members by organizing such kind of informative events. Before I hand over the dais to the guest speaker, let us have a look on the video.
India, home of 1.3 billion people, is a confluence of religions, traditions, and customs. A thriving global center of technology and the world's largest democracy. As one of the oldest civilizations in the world with a rich cultural heritage and diversity, and as the fifth largest economy in the world, India is proud to assume the presidency of G20. As the country blooms into a new era, we look to another poignant symbol for humanity to emerge victorious from its challenges. Lotus, the national flower of India, representing our culture, history, and heritage. A poignant symbol for humanity to emerge victorious from its challenges. And the inspiration for India's G20 logo design. The design, rendered in saffron, white, green, and blue, is drawn from the national flag of India. The seven petals in the logo signify the seven seas and the coming together of seven continents at G20 India 2023. Sitting above the lotus is a representation of the earth, reflecting India's pro-planet approach to life and seeing the world as one family. From this, we derive the theme for G20 India 2023, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, one earth, one family, one future. A theme that brings the G20's focus on shared global growth while being in harmony with nature. G20 India 2023. One earth, one family, one future.
Before I hand over the dice to the guest, the video which we all know is of G20 and India was the proud presidency. There are many reasons to host G20 summit, but the prominent is economic growth. Any country to grow economically is to be a manufacturing hub, and Gujarat is a very best example. In recent years, Gujarat is known for manufacturing of many products. It is like you name it and they manufacture it. Our central government wants every state to grow economically, which is why it wants to support new ideas left, right, and center. The G20 video is very simple, yet it covered all the areas, and indeed, it is very effective in passing the required message. The video is very similar to our guest speaker, Mr. Vinayak Hiremath, very down to earth, always carry a smile on his face, and blessed by Goddess Saraswati. Now I request our guest speaker, Mr. Vinayak Hiremath, to elaborate.
Hello, is it fine? Yeah. Good evening, everyone. First of all, special thanks to Raghavendra sir for giving us this opportunity. And actually, I was a bit back of him to make sure this session happens maybe after our tax season. So he accommodated so that we are free after our December season and gave us a date in January. Thanks, sir. Thanks for that. And also special thanks to Chamber of Commerce to encourage this kind of sessions where the budding entrepreneurs or even old entrepreneurs who want to do something new in business. Just a minute, sorry. So new in business would be able to get benefited out of such sessions. See, the reason behind we doing this session bit different from what others do. You would have not seen maybe future proofing business or maybe something talking about AI funding or technology. Now, the basic reason is that it's all based on our experience that I am practicing in Hubli. We have a CA firm by Hiremath and Rathi Chartered Accountants. We are here since 2017. Now, in the first year when I came to Hubli, I was seeing that because our head office is Hyderabad, we used to see that even Hubli has a very vibrant startup crowd. Like when I say startup, don't feel like left out that, okay, we are entrepreneurs, we are traditional business owners, we are not startups. So there is always a startup in every entrepreneur. So let's all be in that mindset that we are starting something new, right? So when I saw that Hubli has a very vibrant startup ecosystem, all thanks to Deshpande startups also because they have been driving this for the last 10 years to do this vibrant ecosystem. When I saw that many people are also aware of the government funding programs. So in the year 2017, we got our first client who was funded, not in 2017, 2018. 2018, we got our first client who was funded by Karnataka state government. Now, when I ask, see, technically, when government name comes in mind, and that too funding name comes in mind, you always feel that ಹುಂಡ್ರಿ ನೂರ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಕೈತಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಗೆ ಬಂದ್ ಮೊಟ್ಟ ಮೊಟ್ಟ ಬರೇ 50-80 ಬಂದ್ ಮುಗ್ತೈತಿ, right? So this is a mindset which we carry, that whenever government funding is there, we may not get all the funds or we may not get funds. Now, but this is something was a icebreaker for me that yes, government also funds and government funds in a proper manner. So this is with regards to Elevate funding when we got our first client. And I was very curious because as a chartered accountant, we always more see the revenue than the funding. When I saw his profit and loss, he had zero revenue. But on the funding side, he had got 35 lakhs of funding from state government. So I was a bit surprised. Why will somebody fund anybody? Because they are not even doing any revenue. So then the client mentioned. So this is something called Idea to POC funding, which is startup funding. And this is specifically given by Karnataka government for Karnataka-based startups. That was called Elevate funding. Now, I thought, okay, fine, good. This is one of its kind. It may happen 1 year, government may lose out of funds, and it may not happen next year. Again, next 2019, I got 3 clients who got funded from Karnataka Elevate program. One got funded 20 lakhs, one got funded 30 lakhs. It was again a curious thing. Okay, fine. Their government is increasing the funding base. Government is also increasing the startups. And it is good that many people are getting benefited. Now, long story short, in 2020-21, right? So the startup in me and rose, and based on our clients, even I thought that why can't I also apply for a funding? So this was just based on an idea what I had. And as a chartered accountant, we were looking, or every service firm is falling short of trained manpower. So we were trying to focus something on a good training curriculum. So we thought why many of the chartered accountants are not putting time on that. So based on that, if a chartered accountant today is getting some 10 lakhs of revenue from 5 clients, and if you tell that chartered accountant, leave those 5 clients, take 10 lakhs and prepare a good content, he will do that because he's getting money for that, right? So similarly, I also wanted to validate my own idea that why can't I apply for funding and try to see that I'll convince my own partners saying that I will not do normal work. I'll get the funding. I'll try to build a bigger team so that we can get more clients. Now, with this business idea, I approached. Same, I was a participant in Karnataka Elevate program. We applied, we pitched. That was because to 2020, 2021 were COVID duration. So they did all online sessions. And based on the online sessions, so we got funded 12 lakhs from Karnataka state government. Now, when we got this funding, it was a great validation that yes, the process is clean. The process is crystal clear that they have given 1, 2, 3 steps, and it happens in 1, 2, 3 steps. The timeline is clean because they mentioned that you'll get the money in by October 30th. We got the money on October 30th in our bank account. So this happened, as I told, in 2021. Now, from that time till the last year, we have been seeing a lot and lot startups applying for this. Now, why did I mention this example is when we came across this particular thing and we tried and applied and wanted to experience the whole process, we found that yes, this process is foolproof. This process works. And it's not only for Elevate, this is for every funding which the government has started. Because as you know, government has spent lakhs and lakhs together to do the DBT, direct benefit transfer, so that there is no money leakage when a 2,000 rupees is announced by a government and 2,000 rupees goes to a bank account of a beneficiary. Same way, even in this case, when the government has announced a funding of 10,000 crores for startups, most of the funding it do come to the startups account without any leakage. And when you see the ecosystem is so big, 10,000 crores, why can't we be one of the beneficiaries, right? So this was one of the ideas which came in my mind, so that why can't we educate our business owners that anything new which you want to do in technology, anything new which you want to do in AI, anything new which you want to do in your own business, but you think today we are falling short of funds. This is the one thing which we want to educate you, me and my very good friend Manish, wherein I would take up based on the funding, but post funding, it's not that you'll take the funding and sit quiet, right? So you need to scale up your business. So Manish will be taking you along how to use technology to scale your business, or how to use technology, first of all, to run your business. Because today, most of us have challenges in running a business, leave scaling up the business. So just to start with, what I just thought was just to speak and tell about myself rather than let's give examples of the real beneficiaries. So this is the one of the newspaper ad which came Elevate 2019 startup winners full list, 100 winners announced by Karnataka government. So in this, there is one of our client who would be maybe joining the session in some time, and we would, if possible, try to hear from him directly that how he got benefited. He was one of the largest funded Elevate winners. 40 lakhs INR is something which he got as a grant funding. Just to clarify, when I say grant funding, it's the grant. There is no expectation that you need to give equity. There is no expectation that you need to return it back. Yes, but there is an expectation that it will be given in two tranches. One tranche of half, 20 lakhs, another tranche of 20 lakhs, where you will be asked to prove the first milestone. If you say that I have an idea, I will do this prototype, they'll ask you to do with those 20 lakhs and come back and they take the next, right? So in the same way, this is one of the which I was just talking the last 5 minutes. This is one of the testimonial that a client or no more than a client, a Hubli-based startup got this particular funding. Right now, just going on to the next. Why not? Why only restrict to Karnataka government grants? Why can't somebody think about something quick? Right. So one more Hubli-based startup. Right. So Hubli startup is no second stringer. So this is a startup who raised funds from a crowdfunding platform in US. Now, just to demonstrate, maybe I don't know whether yes. So this is the startup. This is the platform, Indiegogo. This platform helps anybody who has a product idea and you want to pitch on the platform. On the platform, you need to talk about the product. You need not deliver the product. You need to talk about the product and say that this is a product we are going to manufacture if we get interest from the people. So if you can see, this is a public what you call domain. So there is no confidential data which I'm sharing of my client. So Indiegogo is a US platform sitting in Hubli. They posted a no doubt there is a lot of background work and all, but they made a product. They posted the product for crowd fund in US, and they have raised 1 crore 19 lakh 1 crore 1 lakhs 98,069 rupees by 582 people. So what happens in this platform is, if you want to buy this, pre-order this. You normally pay 80% of the product value, and the money will be going to the platform. Platform releases 70% or 80% to the company to manufacture. You manufacture and then deliver the products. Now, something very different, right? Like not very much heard of. In India, I don't know such platform assets. There may be platforms in India which operate on a crowdfunding way. But this is not crowd for equity fund. This is crowdfunding for your product, right? So I'm just trying to give you examples about few of these. Then we will go into the real understanding of what's the process, how it happens, what are the type of funds. Yeah. So this startup just when we were preparing PPT when we were preparing for this particular presentation, this startup has also been featured into Shark Tank season 4. So if you can see there, Shark Tank 4 Karnataka entrepreneur dares to challenge boat because they are into headphone. So they have been challenging boat company in the Shark Tank platform. Now, as said, this is also one of the ways you can raise funds. This is comes under crowdfunding category. Coming on to the another startup, which is VC funded startup. Now, what happens? You raise 25 lakhs, you raise 50 lakhs. Okay, what's next? You need big money to run the big business. Now, Hubli based again startup. No doubt this is way back. This is in 2021. But we have an example of a Hubli based startup raising 8 crores from a VC funded organization. Now, this company is into soil testing reports. They supply soil testing reports to government. Now, again, as I mentioned, that the funding to a business is never less or it's not every time complete. So it is important that the business raises funds as much as possible. So that this is also one of the examples where Hubli-based startup has raised VC funds. Now, which VC has funded them? Surprisingly, this is NABARD. Many people know NABARD, but many don't know NABARD has a funding arm called NAB Ventures. NAB Ventures, normally they only fund agri startup because NABARD is an agri body. So they have funded this startup because they went into soil testing, which relates to agriculture. One more agri startup, which is a very recent example. This happened in July 2024. So the startup name is Jivana and the entrepreneur name is Nijugu Niraman. Now, he has raised 75 lakhs from KLEC time. Very unheard of, right? Now, did not see in any newspaper, did not see in any platform, but somebody in Hubli has got funded 75 lakhs. The startup is an agri startup, started after 40 years of age, like somebody who was in his midlife crisis, thought that I need to do something of my own, started this particular product. Zero revenue for 4 years because everything went into R&D. He started in a very bad time. He left his job in January 2020, which was peak of COVID. And after that, uh, things moved on differently. Survived through pure grant funding. Till date, he has raised up to 2 crores without revenue. No doubt, its revenue is important, but for an R&D company, as Sir said in the beginning, for a manufacturing company, see, India is not known for manufacturing much, right? So if he is into agri and they manufacture potato harvester, so when you need to do something manufacturing, it is very difficult in India. We can give 100 examples, like at least 2 or 3 chartered accountants here put together can tell more than 50 our own client examples who have faced so much of difficulty in manufacturing, right from machinery procurement till land procurement. Chamber of Commerce also know that it's a challenge, but yes, India is growing towards that to solving those problems, but money is more important. So to solve these problems. So because in the initial days, no bank funds, no third party funds. So there are what you call startup institutes or there are government institutes who have helped this particular company to raise close to 2 crore funding. Yeah. So how to solve this deficiency of vitamin M, right? We were just discussing what is vitamin M. M means money, right? So every deficiency has a tablet, right, or a like pharma solution, right? For vitamin M, it's only somebody who has money need to give money. That's the only option. Now, the biggest challenge today is to get any new business or its initial funds. I'll give an example. Like my friend Manish, he comes from like a hardcore business community, Jain Jito organization. He has headed in Gadak. He was just mentioning. I gave him a scenario. Consider that a family business who has funds of 1 to 2 crore in their bank account. Son goes to the father and says, "Sir, I want to, father, Papa, I want to do any new business." Father will not even give 1 rupee to the son. He'll say, "Agar galle pe baithna hai, to continue the business. I'll give you money. If anything you are starting new, find your own money." This is a problem with everybody, right? So today, nobody want to venture into new businesses. Nobody want to risk their own money. Even I will tell my own example why I approached for grant funding as a chartered accountant. At least you also know putting 10 lakhs or 12 lakhs on a new idea is possible, right? But to convince my own partners, because my father was convinced though, but my partners were not convinced, because I need to take out my time from the normal practice to get into this new venture. So to convince my own partners, I said, let somebody fund us. Based on the new funding, we can try and do these new ideas. See, that's where it is very, very important that your new ideas need initial funds. I'm majorly focusing today on those initial funds, because once you go into that ecosystem of funding, it will for sure open up you a very big what you call ecosystem, which does not even count these 5 lakh, 10 lakh funding. You can go up to multi-million dollar funding also. Now, as I told the example of Nijikun Hiremath also, this particular person, after he left his job, first grant he has got after 1.5 years, right? It's not easy. I'm not telling here that it's a very easy cakewalk. Tomorrow you go to the website, apply, next day you'll get funds. Not possible. It is a hard journey, right? But somebody wants to try that hard journey to make sure the idea converts into reality. It is possible. That is what I'm trying to tell today. That with I have just explained a scenario, father son, like very difficult as a relation that I go to my father and ask, give me 20 lakhs to start my new business. Not possible. So in the same way, employee employer, when you are into employment, many people have tried funding. In employment, if you go to your employer and said, sir, I want to try something new business, can you give me advance? He will give you salary advance for your marriage or something, not for any business. Same way, any today the young crowd, right, who are coming out of college, they have ideas, right? If the student today wants to do anything, does college fund the student? Anywhere you have seen college funding the student? Yeah, we do have external funds supporting colleges to do the funding. That is also I'll talk about. But college from its own fees, will it give funding to the student? Right? So very difficult the initial phase. So what happens after this? The idea gets killed, right? So you will tell, so I thought of this idea, but I can't execute because I don't have funds. Many of our clients today, by seeing the existing models of Swiggy, Zomato, they say that we had thought about this idea 5 years back. We had thought about this idea 10 years back. But what happened? Those ideas got killed. They couldn't execute just because if somebody had given them a check of 25 lakhs, chalo, try your idea. Would it have been possible? I would say one or two of them would have come out for sure with those initial 25 lakhs. So that is what we want to focus on the next 15-20 minutes what we have. Now, even if you have surplus in your business, you would think twice to fund a new idea. Let's face the reality. This is a reality today for any business. If you do have surplus fund, any new business, you may not end up investing that particular money, right? Now, why not raise funds to fill the vitamin E, right? Vitamin M. Now, the major questions what people get while focusing or while thinking about applying for funds, right? Forget getting funds. Applying for funds, many people think. I would say many of you sitting here would start thinking, no experience in fundraising. Why should we do that? Some people would say it's all about presentation. Like I don't have a good presentation skills. I don't talk much. Like we don't know how to present, right? So ultimately, you need to communicate your idea to the people who is funding, right? So if you think that you don't have a presentation skills, don't worry at all, right? The same way, many people think that only IIT or IIM guys, we have an IIM champ here though, but only many people think that IIM or IIT guys can raise funds. See, these are all myths, at least I would say for the initial fundings, right? No doubt, if you want to raise $1 billion, that might be a criteria. I'm not talking about that stage. I'm only talking about the initial funding stage. So with no perception, no qualification as a criteria in these funds, right? We need past experience of fundraising. Even though you are not into business, even though you are not have not raised any earlier funding, it is possible to raise funds. Government funds don't give real money. This I have anyhow told in the beginning, right? Today, if your agreement with the government says that you will be getting 25 lakhs, you will get 25 lakhs only in the bank account. And I being one of the direct beneficiaries of Elevate, not a, like, I don't know, it is getting live though, but I cannot tell on this one, but not a single rupee I had to give to anybody to get my funds. So that's how clean the process was. Now, coming on to the what you call the type of funds what we have, which we will go one by one. But before that, one uh, early businesses which I want to just what you call advise. This is Startup India Seed Fund. This is one of the very large funding organization as on today. The only bottleneck or a different criteria which they have brought in is the entity should not be older than 2 years, right? Now, this particular criteria sometimes stops the existing businesses to apply, but you can also apply, you make a partnership firm or a LLP and apply. So if you're into an existing business, if you think that my idea to apply I have an older company, start a new partnership firm, start a new LLP. You need not even be a company also. You can be a registered partnership firm, registered LLP also is okay. ಕಂಪನಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪ್ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕವ್ರಿ ಫಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಫಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಬರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಪನಿ ಮುಚ್ಚಾಕನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಖರ್ಚೈತ್ರಿ. It's true, but to try out you can also try with the partnership fund. Now coming on to the SISF, I just want to directly take you to the portal. This is the SISF Startup India Seed Fund. By seeing this, don't see the URL, but by seeing this you first don't understand that is it a government website or not. If you see the URL, then you'll get to know. Startup India, seedfund.startupindia.gov.in, right? So the irony of people not knowing about it, I'll tell you. Very strange. So this particular fund in Hubli, KCC&I is the organization who has been given this fund to distribute to the startups. Now, what is irony? Irony is that anybody can apply, right? It's a person sitting in Delhi can apply to KCC&I Hubli. Right now, that's how the platform is so transparent. It has not been made that okay, Hubli, CETA is in Hubli, they will only give to Hubli. No, they need to give the opportunity or filter out the candidates wherever they apply. So in the application form, you have been given 3 incubators to choose. So you can choose Hubli as an incubator, you can choose Belgaum as an incubator, you can choose what we call Bangalore as an incubator. So whoever selects you will fund you, right? So I was just we have been part of this particular process. So when a startup applies, the startup documents are scrutinized by an external agency. We have been appointed as an external agency to scrutinize the documents. So when we started checking those documents, so we understood that out of 10 startups who have applied, more than 5 startups, like 50% and above startups were not from Karnataka. It means that people know about this and they are trying to raise funds all across because there are no applicants in Karnataka. So other state people are able to take that funds from Karnataka. I'm not telling that they should not get funded. I'm only telling that the people who are here are not aware. So that's why KCC&I is not getting enough applications to process, right? So I'll give you a status. As I told, this is one of the statistics which we did, where these are all the funds which they have given. Outside Karnataka, they have given to 7 people. More than 30% of the startups have been outside Karnataka who have applied to an institution in Hubli and taken the funds. There is one startup from Assam who has applied funding to Hubli and they have got the funding, right? So when we started seeing this, we just understood that is it so much that is it that the people over here or the businesses over here are so unaware that there is an institution which if you go in an auto, you'll reach in 15 minutes. Such an institution, we are not aware that they have such a capacity to fund startups. And somebody sitting in Assam has found out that there is an agency here and applied and taken funds, right? So this particular fund is very, very, I would say, infant stage, where they are also exploring, they are also trying to understand the startups. That's why they have only considered 2-year old or less than 2-year startups only. Here, it gives 2 types of funds. One, grant funding up to 20 lakhs. Next, equity funding up to 50 lakhs, right? Now, many people would say, whether we'll get the complete funds, you may not. You may get out of 20, you may get an approval of 10. You may get an approval of 50, but 20 is a max. And out of 50 lakhs, you may get 40 lakhs or 30 lakhs also. But this money is directly startup India seed funds money. So the scrutiny is completely online. That's why an Assam-based startup is able to apply in Hubli and take money to his bank account. That's how easy they have made the process. Now, this particular, for you to apply for this, you need to be a registered startup. For you to be a registered startup, you need to be an, as I told, you need to be an entity less than 2 years old, and you need to be an entity who are Startup India registered. Only challenge in today's world is they have made the Startup India registration bit clumsy. Earlier, Startup India registration was free. Even today, it is free, but they have made a digital signature as a barrier. You need to apply for a digital signature for your entity, which itself costs you some 3,000-4,000 rupees. So you need to apply that, get a Startup India certificate, and from that login of Startup India, you can log in here. Apply now. Right now, there is a video. They have made sure that every document of this is online uploaded. No physical documents required. The agency will also be appointed online. The scrutiny of this is also online. No physical travel. We sitting here are analyzing startups outside Karnataka, within Karnataka also. So this, the number of beneficiaries which I told you. See, if I see 1, 2, only, I would say, only with Startup India Seed Fund, 13 companies have got funded in the last financial year. From from April 2024 to till Jan 2025, 13 companies on an average of 1 company per month has been funded by KCC&I under this only one scheme, Startup India Seed Fund. So please make sure that, I know there are online viewers also, but anybody who is here who want to also try out this particular idea, they have a dedicated counseling and incubation cell. You can go there, check about these particular funding programs and also apply. Now, why I was telling on this particular funding scheme only is, see, whatever is new runs fast, right? There are old funds also available, but this is one of the new funds. It runs fast in the sense, if you see in the other programs, there is only 1 or 2, right? 6 or 2, which is the largest here, Startup India Seed Fund. So in the same way, because it is new, don't miss the bus. If you have any new idea, go to the website, try and register yourself and apply. Now, it need not be an innovative idea only, right? Today, process improvement is also considered as a very good business idea to scale. Now, what process improvement and all, Manish will also be speaking about AI to be used in business and all. Many would think for us to use AI into business or use technology into business, we need funds. Even for that, you can apply here. No doubt, if you want to get your work done or process automation done, you do have what you call professionals like him to apply. But if you want to scale your business in the same way as you want to scale your business using the same technology. Today, if you are only doing for your business, but you want to do it for other businesses also, then you have these particular platforms to apply. Now, as a startup to get defined, many people think, sir, now innovative ಏನು ಮಾಡತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ startup da ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. See, when you try and do any scalable business which is giving either more employment or more wealth, both are also considered as a startup idea. So if you have anything in your mind and you want to discuss that particular idea with any of the counselors there or any of the office bearers there, you can walk in and do that. Now, specifically to encourage MSMEs, so micro and small medium, there's a grant up to 15 lakhs which has been given to the institute, all these incubators, so that MSMEs approach institutes like KLE, sit with them and discuss their new ideas, so that either they can get fundings like this or they can also get support which is being funded by this grant. So what does this MSME grant help? See, normally to put a person on the chair into an what you call startup incubation or a startup office, you need that person to be paid well, right? The person should be educated, the person should be knowing business scenarios. Now, who will spend this money? So government has given this money to the institutes like KCC&I, and even this was being given to Deshpande startups also, so that they will put people over there to counsel and give education to MSMEs. They do a lot of seminars or programs also in what you call educating these MSMEs. Now, when the MSME comes, he tells, okay, sir, ನನ್ನ ಕಡೆ ಒಂದು ಇಂಥದ್ದೊಂದು ಐಡಿಯಾ ಐತ್ರಿ, ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಏನಾರ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು I want to work this out. What happens? You have an idea, but you are not technically sound. You said, I need an engineer or an engineer student to work on this idea. Now, KLE or any engineering college. Now, why am I telling KLE? It's not that I'm promoting, but because we know we have done few things there. There are other colleges also. In Bangalore, um, there is one more engineering college, very famous, starting with R. RV, sorry, RV College. Even it has a very big incubation hub, same like KLE, where there is a department called METI. That's on the top. If you see, METI selected 51 incubators. Now, what happens now? If you have an idea and you want a college student to be part of the idea, so they will make that particular project as a college project, give that student a grant of 7 lakh rupees to try that product into a reality. Now, you are the idea owner. You have got a support of a college student with the college infrastructure, and college is funding you that 7 lakhs to try out the idea. Now, how is this converting, right? Now, I'll give a very practical example. A person from Kerala who has got admission in IIIT Dharwad, he wanted to figure out that the crops of North Karnataka are very away from this hydroponics. The hydroponics is a technology wherein you grow crops on water, right? Now, the hydroponics technology is very, very famous on leafy vegetables. He wanted to try out on something else. So a student of Kerala, a resident of Kerala, who has got admission at IIIT Dharwad, he approached engineering college like KLE and pitched this particular idea. They said, fine, okay, there is a project like this, student project, we'll fund you 7 lakh rupees. It is like this. First, they will give 3 lakh, then they will give 4 lakh. So it will fund you this. And based on this, once you come, with an idea and you showcase, then we'll give the next check. Now, you just see the way how government is helping these ideas, right? From where that student has come, from where he has got the funding. And he has also got funding for his new idea, right? This particular. There is one more startup. That guy has not even completed his BCom and is also a student of Hubli only. He tried doing something of vegan meat from soybean and beetroot, right? Soybeans and beetroot. So this guy again got funded 15 lakh rupees from a Delhi-based institute, right? Now you may think, sir, we are passed out college, so why are you telling all this to us? Now this guy is mentored by one of the business owners who thought this idea will work, but he does not have time, right? Because he's doing his regular business. He will go to the college, pitch his idea, take out 2-3 students from the project. College will fund that money, try out this idea. If it becomes famous, now India is good for, like I said, China is number one, but India is good for copying also. If you get an idea out, everybody will copy and start the business. In this, the IP cell, that is intellectual property, is also funded. The IP India, which is Intellectual Property Rights Ministry of India, has funded institutions like engineering colleges and these tech colleges, where if you want to register an IP, they will give funds. But only question there is, the IP will be registered along with college. The college will be the co-owner of IP. So if you need to commercialize the IP, you need to pay college and take the back. But okay, fine, they are protecting your IP at least, right? So I'm just repeating the circle again. If you are a business owner, don't have time in focusing on your new ideas, go to any of these institutions, sit and discuss, right? Based on that, they will maybe pick up, they may like your idea, they may pick up people, they may give funding to that particular idea. The students may come out with this particular project. Ignore freshers ಎಲ್ಲರೂ hire ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ interns ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಇಲ್ಲೊಬ್ಬ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಹುಡುಗ ನಿಮ್ದ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿ he has come to a stage wherein you are commercializing the product. Again, you need somebody to commercialize. Take that same person, make him the a shareholder of your own company. He will run the company for you, right? Now, such one example from a Dharwad-based entrepreneur, right? Like I may have a newspaper article. I'll show you. This person had traveled on a vacation to Australia, right? Now, in the Australia, he saw that ಜೇನು ಸಾಕಾಣಿಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ರಿ. So they store honey in that honey comb or that box. Today, the technology is the bees come inside, they make the honeycomb, and honey is stored in that. To extract the honey, right? You will remove the whole wax and filter it out and put back the plank as blank. Again, the honey bees need to build that particular what you call honey wax. So the way the technology is, honey bee spends 80% of the time in building the honey wax, then 20% of time in storing the honey. So what that Australian company did was they had made a 3D printed honey comb like a structure where ನೀವು 3D print ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಹನಿ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ರಿ, ಅದು ಹಿಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. So what they did is they did some technology wherein they will split and the honey falls out and they will attach again back to the honeycomb hanger. It will not get destroyed. They saw that in Australia. They came to India, they checked with all the honeybee centers, Jenu Sakanike and then Indala technology India. Now this guy went to KLE and sat with the engineering department, CIPD, Center for Innovation and Product Development, and told that this is something I have an idea. I want your help to develop. They said, fine, we'll take it as a college project. We'll fund. They funded almost close to 12 lakh rupees to commercialize this idea. The idea worked. They were able to make that 3D printed technology and they filed patent also. Now, this particular idea was now pitched in to what you call agriculture university. Now they are telling, because agri is part of that honey what you call preservation. They said, we will fund this idea 3 crore just to make sure you implement this in all Jenu Sakani. See the idea, this guy sitting in Dharwad, just on a vacation event, thought an idea. So I'm just trying to give you a perspective that it is possible if you try. And today government has made it possible. Sir, road sari illa, light sari illa, infrastructure sari illa, those problems are still there in India. It will never solve because those are not government problems, those are contractor problems and politician problems. So let's keep that aside. Now, what is the real thing? This trying to make sure G20, what is being shown, trying to bring new products, trying to bring new technology. This person whom I talked about with this what you call honeybee thing, he is not even an engineer, but now he owns a patent on his name. Possible without even spending 1 rupee from his pocket. And he in the last Elevate got 25 lakhs funding also. He applied 2 times. See the like fun of Elevate. I told that sir, because we were helping in the application, sir, don't put influence. Influence works reverse in Elevate, right? He put influence with his circle. He lost the first Elevate. I told him, sir, don't put influence because the people who are approving are not government people, they're private people. Second time I told him, sir, don't put influence, you'll win. He won the second time. So that's how, even if you put influence, it is working reverse in these government schemes, right? So it is important that, I'll repeat again, if you have an idea, make sure that you discuss. If it's a tech or something which you are not of your domain, you can still own that idea by doing this kind of stuff. There are, I tell you, each college, each engineering college, you need to also understand and study this whole ecosystem. How is government through G20 helping the Indian technology development, right? So G20 and then banner haktarri. But on the background, what they are trying to do, each college, engineering college, under a NAC rating, NACH rating, NAC rating A+, A++, A, B+. Any NAC rating college, if you want a better rating, the college should invest in R&D. So an engineering college need to invest in R&D. So they will put their own funds also up to 30-35 lakhs every year to take up student projects. So when we were part of this CIPD, we have seen not government funds, KLE's funds or these RV college funds, because we have a startup in Bangalore who got funded from RV college. RV college or KLE college, like of these colleges, they put their own money for the student projects. So again, students cannot do this alone because they want a helping hand like an entrepreneur like you, so that you can scale it up. That's where, if you have an idea, this is the whole ecosystem which government has created. So we discussed about SISF, we discussed about METI. What happens now when you want to go bigger, right? Now, DST, which is through Nidhi, it funds 1 crore INR to startups, right? 1 crore INR funding is being given to startups from, again, a government agency, Department of Science and Technology. Now, just to show the website of DST, this is the Nidhi funds, Nidhi Seed Support Program, Nidhi SSP. One good thing which they have done is, if one particular startup, one particular founder with his Aadhaar number has got funding in one company, he cannot get it in another company. So those all other linkages and all has been done. So just many people were trying that will take fund in 2-3 entities and all, that has been stopped. It was made earlier. So Nidhi gives a maximum support of, so 100 lakhs means 1 crore. So maximum financial support will be made available to incubator. Incubator means institution like KLE up to 10 crore. Out of this 10 crore, each startup, they can fund up to a maximum of 100 lakhs. The maximum support given to a deserving startup is 100 lakhs. Again, this is gov.com, a government authenticate website, authenticate news, so that you can apply for these. Why the government has made these slabs? You please understand, any idea cannot become a multi-million dollar idea overnight. So they want it get connected through students, small checks of 7 lakh, 5 lakh for student programs, then Startup India seed fund of 20 to 30 lakhs, which is for your maybe go to market stage, then a bigger fund for you to support to go to the next stage. Now, DST funding, you can go with any sector. DST funding, you can go to any sector. It can be for trials, market entry, commercialization, prototype development, anything, right? So sometimes what happens, you may end up developing a product, but it may go up to one particular market. Then you may think, sir, I have done market validation. Now I want to do for other markets. Now one funding has gone used for this particular validation. Now you want more funding. So you can still use this particular Nidhi Triple S for getting your product, commercialized into other markets. Now, what are the kind of funding which these companies give? Nidhi Triple S is equity funding. Now, because it's a big money, they will take your equity. So I also want to just communicate through this that today entrepreneurs tell that ilri now num business tag now owners now beredar innovate share kottilla. So now hen kodundri beredar. See, when the pie or the base grows, even if you own 10% in a 1,000 crore business, it is still 100 crores, right? So let the business grow to 1,000 crore, then you worry about the stake, right? Today, a company gets incorporated with 1 lakh rupees as a share capital. People still fight. I own 50% of the company. What does 50% mean? 50,000 rupees. But the same company, if it raises a funding of 1 crore rupees, then you need to talk about stake, right? So somebody today believing your idea, if they're funding you 10% or 20% of your equity, 1 crore rupees, they're already valuing you at 10 crore rupees. So if somebody is giving you 1 crore rupees for 10%, they're already valuing you at 10 crore rupees, right? 10 crore valuation in business is Barbekandra, consider a trading business. You will take years to get that. Just with one particular idea, people are able to do this, right? And just to reveal, because these are all again in the public domain, the startups who got funded at Hubli institution, the highest valuation which I have seen is 20 CR. 20 crore is a valuation given by the incubator for this idea which has been done by the startup, right? Now, next, with regards to this particular funding, there is also a very different kind of fund, which there in Hubli, there are more than 5 beneficiaries, people may or may not know, right? Now, this is biotechnology grant scheme, big grant. It's called BIG, right? Very, very detailed, evaluation system. They minimum take 1 year to approve your application, because ultimately biotechnology, right? Bio itself, the R&D stage of a biotechnology product itself will go beyond 1 year or 2 years. So they have made this understanding that they will take a detailed evaluation. In Hubli, including Vijaygun Hiremath, which I spoke about, plus there are 3 more companies who have got 50 lakh grant funding. Now, government, I know, because government needs to also be self-sustainable. Ellargu grant funding kodkonತ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನಂದೇ tax paid money ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಂದಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. So now what they have started is, in this big grant, they are asking them to repay back only after they generate revenue, right? ಇವತ್ತು ಫ್ರೀ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾಳೆ when you start generating revenue, they ask 2% of your revenue you pay back as royalty. Till the time they pay 50 lakh back, right? So this is one of the arrangement which has been made under the Big Grand. Now, Big Grand, there is a Hubli-based startup, Mr. Amit, and he got benefited from this because he had made a small portable urine test kit where like how blood sugar you take and put it and you get a blood result. Same way, the urine test kit used to give 35 parameters from that particular urine sample. That particular what you call idea has got more like up to 50 lakhs of funding. Yeah. So we are nearing the time. So I would just like to mention that this I've just given you a glimpse of 4 or 5 type of funds, right? Please try and venture yourself. There are many grants. I'll give one more example. I don't know how many of you know Tejas. He's from a company called Carbon Craft. How many of you know Carbon Craft? Nobody. Again from Hubli. He has got close to 75 lakhs grant from an international organization. What does he do? Is collecting carbon particles from the air and making tiles from carbon particles, right? Now, what happens today? You leave the carbon particles to the air, and it is ultimately leading to air pollution, right? All the chimneys and other things of a factory. So he has partnered with JSW, and there because they have their furnace, right? All these particles in the air, which they leave the black carbon particles, they have made a machine. They collect these particles with the technology. What will they do with this? What you call particles? They make black colored tiles, very nice tiles, saying that okay, that's more of eco-friendly tiles. Now you may see, sir, 50 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ ವಿಟ್ರಿಫೈಡ್ ಟೈಲ್ ಬರ್ತೈತ್ರಿ, ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? You will be surprised. Airport has given him contract to give one of the flooring to be done for not airport, sorry, Adidas showroom or one showroom has given him a contract to make one floor because see, you need to understand it's an ecosystem, right? There are people who have been forced to spend on what you call sustainable living. Now, where will they spend? They'll spend on such companies only, right? Because when these guys are making tiles which are sustainable, who will buy? These eco-friendly companies or these companies who want to spend on these eco-friendly items, right? No doubt it's a niche market. They may not be as big as Kajaria tiles, but they have done this particular startup. Only thing which I want to focus is how he was able to do this. Sitting in Hubli again, approach these. He got, I guess, from a Swedish company, a Swedish agency, 75 lakhs of grant, right? And there are many such companies, many such institutions outside India today. See, with regards to Netherlands, right? Netherlands is very famous for headphone technology or earphone technology, right? The company which I told in the beginning, again, sitting here, they had applied. The Netherlands company tell you come here, we'll take care of your 1 year of stay, we'll incorporate a company for you, but you do business from here. But ultimately, as you know, after 1 year, it is a very expensive thing to be there. So they said, we'll register a company, but we may not be able to travel there. Same company, there is one more institution called NID, National Institute of Design. If you have a very good design, NID funds 25 lakhs for 2% equity, right? So because why I'm not listed everything here is just don't take that particular list as a final list. There are more than 100 plus agencies today as part of government who have been given funds to develop their own ecosystems and into their own products. As I said, biotechnology, electronics, what you call your recycling as a technology is also something which government is focusing on. So all these different platforms, I would request, if you want to try out, why not try out now itself, wherein you have an idea, pitch and try and see whether there is a validation. See, one good thing which happens also is that once you try and pitch your idea, right, you will be able to get an understanding or a perspective from the other person, right? So whether it will work or not, right? So one of our what you call examples from the entrepreneurs who are in Hubli, right? Ramesh sir is here, Prasad Patil sir, and Praveen sir's brother Arun sir. So they have also beneficiaries of Elevate funding. So that way, see, I'm not telling that they also they already invested more money to bring out the product, but they also wanted a validation so that somebody else will check this product and understand that yes, this is an investable business. So many people who have already invested and brought product to the market, even you will get a very good validation. See, when you are on a government website, right, and you get a funding from a government agency, government will give you free marketing. I'll tell you how. Startups who got funded from Elevate, ಈಗ ಮುಂದೆ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸಮಿಟ್ ಬರತ್ತಲ್ರಿ, ಅದ್ರಾಗ more than I guess 20% stalls are what you call allocated to these startups who already got funded. So per stall costs some 1 lakh or 2 lakh rupees there if you want to put a stall. These startups have been given with 10 or 20,000 rupees only, again subsidized. So everywhere you will be getting the what you call benefits once you enter the market, right? So because I am, as I said, I am one of the beneficiaries. I suddenly last month I got an email that they are doing an exchange program with US for service companies. Now I am a service company. They are doing an exchange program with US where US companies are coming to India and Indian companies are going to US. And they have asked if you want to apply, you can apply full what you call everything taken care. You need to spend first. Once you go and back, you'll get reimbursement, right? So 3 lakh rupees or 5 lakh rupees is a price. Now, sitting here, if you think of going to US, you will never go. Now, if you have such an opportunity, all these opportunities just came in because I was one of the beneficiaries of that one small 12 lakh grant which government gave. Now, my email ID is now registered with all portals. Every portal, when they announce a scheme, I get the first email, right? This is also a benefit. Even though I would have not won the grant, but because my email ID is registered in the portal, I get an email. They did an exchange program recently with Israel for what you call agri startups. One of our client went to Israel to do an exchange program with the agriculture startups there, right? So same like how chamber also visits foreign countries to understand. They are taking startups to foreign countries to understand. So all sudden, and because my time is up, I just wanted to make sure that this particular topic, I want to just enlighten all the entrepreneurs that if you have an idea and you want to scale, you are focusing on the initial funding, there are multiple platforms. So simply you can start with Elevate funding, which is Karnataka state government grant. You can also start with Startup India Seed Fund, wherein you can apply here and take. If you don't have time, sir, you time illa, but we have an idea, we want to try, approach any of the engineering colleges, sit with their engineering students, check whether they are willing to take such particular student project. College will fund the project, right? So these are different ways you can try out your ideas. So don't stop thinking, try and make as bigger change as possible. Whatever vision has been shown up in that G20 video, let's try and focus and to make our country a more producer country rather than just a service based country. So with this also the last thing, which there are these newspaper articles which have already come in. So many people again they tell that, sir, see, our generation at least don't read newspapers, so we may not get to know. The generation who reads newspapers, they feel proud that something is happening like this in Hubli, but that don't get communicated to the younger generations. So these are already there in the public domain about what, see, the meaty grants Times New Network had covered. So the 35 lakhs, again, this is a meaty grant only, 35 lakhs is covered. So based on this, these are all the few newspaper coverages which have been done for these particular schemes. So what I'll do is, because we have we have contact numbers of the chamber, I'll in the PPT which I have right now put, we will be sharing this with all the links which I've opened up here, which is Indiegogo Fine, Startup India Seed Scheme, Nidhi, Bairak, and there are five other such platforms where you can apply and try out your own ideas. There is also one last thing which I want to mention. If you want to try something new which is not there in that particular platform, like which I told you about the bee harvesting, the Jenu Sankatike. There, the bee ministry, the honeybee ministry, which I guess comes under fisheries or honeybee, I don't know, sorry. So that ministry never had any fund allocated for R&D. They, just because this idea came up, they worked with agri department, because agri department knows about these particular funding. They are now trying, they're not still finalized, they are now trying to take out funds from their innovation, that what do you call bucket, whatever they have kept that money there, and try and fund these startups, because they were only giving those innovation awards like 10,000, 5,000, 50,000, what they used to give. But now they are trying to fund such new ideas. So you can also try and move government by making your own ideas so popular that government will also fund this by creating their own schemes. So with this, I thank again Chamber of Commerce for giving us this opportunity. We are open to any questions. We are open to any questions, at least on this funding part. With regards to the next topic, my friend Manish will take that up. So we'll do Q&A now, or okay, fine. Fine, we can do it together. That's not a problem.
The topic is going to be connected to this.
No. See, the next topic, as Mr. Manish is speaking, it will be more on AI and technology.
So that's the reason. It is open for 5 minutes. If there are any questions, you can just ask. What shall we do? Shall
Yeah.
do it later? Okay. We'll do it later.
So thank you so much, and keep learning, keep investing, and keep raising. Thank you.
Thank you, Vinayak, for such an informative session. And I hope a lot of people who have attended the session take back something. Usually, when we come up with such events, we always feel our young entrepreneur wing members and KCC&I members, we feel that when we come up with some sessions, people should take back something. It should not be just an session. So I hope it's very informative. And I wish my daughter also get inspired from Vinayak, and 15 years back, I know more than Vinayak. I know more than 15 years, and he had a vision. He wanted to be chartered accountant, and he has fulfilled his dream. And later, he used to share a lot of things to me, and I know that he has achieved everything. So even I wish that my daughter gets inspired and motivated, and she also has comes up with a vision and fulfill our dream. And now, let us come into the one more session. Let us watch one more short video. थोड़ा सा फिर movie. There is one of my friend who is related to movie. So we shall have a short video of 2 minutes. One video. Well, we conceive and make sure it materialize into a company by benefiting from the central government grants as briefed. But as businessmen, we always face challenges, and the emerging challenge is to compete with bigger players who are well equipped by technology. The reason behind playing the Uri movie video was in the battleground to challenge and win over the enemy. We need to be fit physically, mentally, and fully armed. And in some situations, we need external support and backup. Today, for the local business to grow and challenge the bigger players is to equip themselves by implementing technology. As you saw in the video, it is aggressive, and our guest speaker, Mr. Manish Bhansali, is same, always full of energy. So here I ask Mr. Manish Bhansali to come and address the audience. Achha, achha. Check. Am I audible? Perfect. Respected dignitaries on the floor, the Karnataka Chamber of Commerce and Industries, Hooghly, the Membership Development Committee, and especially Raghavendra sir. Thank you for having us here. And one round of applause for the committee. This is all hot cake now, and they're already organizing events on the relevant topics. And I guess it's a great benefit to the members at large. So today, standing here, I guess a lot of you have your experience more than my age, and I feel very humble today. And I also feel very responsible, and I'll try and make sure that next 45 minutes that I have, that your entire time investment will be worth it. So topic for today is AI and tech. So now you might be thinking, what is the relation for a chartered accountant to be talking on AI and tech? Do you have that thought? Both are topics for that matter. Sir spoke about funding and grants, and I am talking about AI and tech. So a lot of you might be feeling कि कोई और profession से आ रहे हैं और बात किसी और चीज का कर रहे हैं. But let me tell you, अभी there is no line for any profession. वो line चला गया है. After tech has come in, so every finance business is now fintech business. Every agriculture business is now agri-tech business. तो कोई भी business में tech नहीं है वैसा है ही नहीं. तो हमारा I don't know how many of you know. If you have chartered accountants in your house, you would know chartered accountancy as the institute has a CA course, has a AI course, and I've done that course. So they're senior chartered accountants of age 60 and 70. They're coming in to learn how to use AI in our day-to-day lives. Because as you all are aware, the difficulties in GST, income taxes are increasing every day, and we can't spend time on the regular day-to-day work, and we have to somehow find a way to automate it, right? So I'll start with the session, and at the end of the session we can have a Q&A. So the topic for today is future-proof your business. We've heard waterproof, sun-proof, and all of that. So thank you for a great entry, sir. Almost everyone felt कि मैं पहले army में था, वैसा entry था. So the whole objective what sir wanted to make is, okay, we are already in a war.
आपने business choose कर लिया, you're already there, and you can't tell no to any rules. Rule is the best wins. ये एक ही rule है business का, and we can't tell no to any technology or anything new coming in, right? So we will run through the presentation, and meanwhile I'll also show you how businesses are using technology in their day-to-day lives, and how can we in Hubli use those businesses as well. So to break some ice, I have something here. So today is 11 January, and coincidence, it's a International Entrepreneurship Day. I want to, on behalf of society, I want to thank all of you for creating tens and hundreds, and probably I have somebody here who has got 1,000 people in his team. And directly, indirectly, we are employing so many people, and that is creating so much good for the society. And I hope that my presentation say you employ more people and we spread more good. So I want all of you to take your phones out and open your browser, whether Chrome, Safari, Firefox, whatever you have on your phones, and just type menti.com. I have my colleague Vani with me. In case you need any help, just type menti.com, MENTI.com. Are you there? Yeah, I'll tell you. Yes, sir. So this is the code 12492171. Do not answer, I'll just tell you the instructions. 12492171 is the code. You submit the code and it will ask you a question. What is your business category? Are you all there? Okay. It is asking you what is your business category. I've given two options, so probably you might have more businesses also. Please start putting in your answers there. Retail में हो तो retail लिखिए, grocery है तो grocery लिखिए. Whatever you have. Two chartered accountants have already answered. Okay, somebody is into cinema here, exhibition, software, baby shop, accounting, automobile. Okay, this is just to understand कि crowd कहाँ से and मैं क्या examples बोल सकता हूँ. White sales, fireworks. Okay, perfect, great. We have 30 responses already. So we have people from all walks of life here, and I want to make a point कि आज का अभी जो presentation रहेगा वो सबके लिए relevant है. कोई सोच रहा होगा कि ये तो सिर्फ होलसेल वालों के लिए है, कोई रिटेल वालों के लिए है, या ऐसा कोई बिजनेस है जो टेक से एनेबल्ड है, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. सो व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू शो इज, इसमें से आपका कोई भी बिजनेस हो, उन सारे बिजनेस के लिए मेरा प्रेजेंटेशन वैलिड रहेगा एंड अप टू द एंड वैलिड रहेगा, राइट? सो लेट्स गेट इनटू द प्रेजेंटेशन. We can close this? Yeah, please. I'll ask you to reopen after some time again. Yes. Okay. So for a brief clarity of the presentation and the flow, what I would follow, I just have limited time. So I have broken it into three parts. First is the why of it, which is the core, and then we'll see what and then how. पहले हम देखेंगे कि ये क्यों सेमिनार important है हमको, आज क्यों important है, और यहाँ पे हुबली में क्यों important है. And then we'll see what is it, what is AI, what do we do, AI क्या है समझ लिया, and हमको क्यों सीखना है एंड हमको क्या करना है. थर्ड में हम देखेंगे हाउ में कि हमको कैसे करना है, हाउ डू वी यूज व्हाट वी हैव लर्नड इन द लास्ट इन द नेक्स्ट 40 minutes. So first topic would be why do we have to learn about AI, right? And on this I have an interesting slide here. Yeah, so there are three pictures in front of you. Just don't tell the names, just raise your hands if anybody knows anyone here. Okay, we have 4 hands. Okay, so now if you don't know anybody, so obviously that means others don't know anybody here. But can I ask how many of you here have your office or residence in Keshwapur, Hubli? Thoda upar, so I can see. Okay, almost 25%. And now what if I tell you कि इनका cross together business Keshwapur में हो रहा है? Do you still know them? If Do you still know them? इनका close together business केशवापुर में हो रहा है. You don't know, right? Okay. Now let me tell you who are these people. Mukesh sir, would you like to take a lead?
Owner, 22-year-old entrepreneur.
Perfect.
Now,
Can you pass the mic, please?
yeah, he's the owner.
One number.
Hello, this is Mukesh and owner of Zepto.
Perfect.
Okay, one of the quick commerce. I was talking on quick commerce recently, and he's owner of Zepto. I don't know his name, but
His name is Adit Palicha.
Aditya Palicha, yeah.
Yeah,
And
he's the founder of
only
Zepto.
22-year-old. He started his company when he was 18 or 19, I believe.
Perfect.
Okay. And one
And
of
the second person, sir?
I don't know the other two.
Second person is Sri Harsha Majeti. He's the founder of Swiggy.
Swiggy. Okay.
And the third person? Anybody knows who's the third person? He's recently come into Hubli. He's Mr. Selvam, founder of Nammayatri, which is recently started in Hubli. All of these people are doing close together businesses. And do you think they've come to Hubli ever once, even once? Do you think this Swiggy guy, Sri Harsha, he's gone to restaurant and he's told, please tie up kar lo na, saath mein partnership karke business karenge. Do you think that? Do you think this Selvam, who is the director at Just Pay, he's gone to auto by auto and told, "Itara nam commission model idare ನೀವು start ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಒಂದು commission 0% commission ಇದೆ ನಮ್ದು." Do you think they've done that? They've not done that, and still they have the business in Hubli, in our city, and they're earning out of our people. How are they able to do that? I want answers from the audience. How do you think they are able to do that? You can just shout out your answers.
System driven and technology.
System driven technology. Any other answers? They made a model which works anywhere. Perfect. So they have made some systems which don't care if it's Hubli or Belgaum or Gadag, it will work, right? So this is why knowing about technology or AI is important, because today when we want to grow into other cities, now I have plans to grow into, we are into 3 cities, we have planned to grow into other cities, but we are not able to do it without stepping into the city, right? We want कि हमारा कोई बंदा हो, हमारा एक team हो, हम उधर जाए, हम उधर बैठे, and all of that. But these people are cracking it. They have specific teams just to launch new cities. So I was fortunate enough to work at Swiggy in my articleship times, where we did a small project for them. और उनके accounts team में, because I was doing my articleship there, we were closely associated with the accounts team. उनके accounts team में 150 लोग थे. So they have such a huge team. और पैसा कहाँ से आता है? You have already heard from Vinayak sir कि पैसा कहाँ से आता है. But the point I'm trying to make is they are only focusing on building systems by which they are able to scale at a level that what we can't even fathom, right? I'll move to the next slide. Let's name a few startups in Hubli. Whatever you have seen in Hubli, if you can just name out a few. Doface is a startup. Yeah. Any other startups? Like national startups, what you've seen? Swiggy, Zomato, Amazon, Flipkart, they're all working in Hubli. So what's happening in Namma Hubli? I've just listed a few startups here. In FMCG and groceries, we have Jio, Zepto. In food delivery, we have Swiggy, Zomato. In fashion, we have Amazon, Flipkart. In travel, we have Nammayatri. How many of these startups existed in Hubli in 2015? We are in 2025 now. इसमें से कितने startups 2015 में थे? I don't think any, right? सिर्फ 10 साल में they have done something कि कोई भी होटल में जाओ, स्विगी और जोमेटो का आपको लोगो दिखेगा. And this is possible just because of the technology they have entertained in this business. And trust me, all this they have done before AI came in. And now we can imagine what all possibilities they have with AI in their fingertips. So with this, I want to ask one question to the audience. Any person who orders online, right? That is called e-commerce penetration. So how many people do you think out of 100 people order online in India? 7 to 10%. Anybody else wants to take a guess? 20%. Okay. 30%.
22% highest in electronics and clothing apparel.
Okay. Category wise, 22% is highest in electronics. But overall, national level, if you want to see, out of 100, yes sir, 5%. Okay. Anybody else? Somebody thinks it's more than 50%? 2%. You think it's more than 50%? घर से बाहर निकलते सब डिलीवरी वाले दिखते हैं अपन को. Amazon, Flipkart, कहीं पे भी घूम रहे सिर्फ वही दिख रहा है, right? So we think it's more than 50%, but let me show you something. It's 7%. With so many delivery executives on the road, it's still 7%. Okay, and US is at 27%, and our government wants this percentage to go forward. Right now, imagine it goes to 17, 27, 37, 47. रास्ते में लोग कम दिखेंगे, स्विगी, जोमेटो, अमेजॉन, फ्लिपकार्ट ही दिखेगा. Right, and that's going to happen. आज नहीं तो कल वो होने वाला ही है. I'm not trying to scare all of you here. This just means people are ordering online, not necessarily from Amazon or Flipkart. You can have a website of your own, and people can order from there, right? So the point I'm trying to make is this is the right time to know about technology and AI, because it's never early, but it's always late in technology. There's a like you say, there's a saying in technology: it's never early, it's always late. So if you have completely understood the technology, that means you're already late, right? So now I have another slide which talks about what's happening in Namma Angadi. Okay, in 2015 to 2025, in last 10 years, so all of us had only cash collections. Now Google Pay and Phone Pay, you can ask chartered accountants who practice, the passbooks are just not getting over, right? And the banks are telling, passbook print mat kodalari net banking tombadi, right? So there's a great shift. Sample. So your dealers would be coming back to your store with samples, with suitcases and all of that. Now they have digital catalogs. Sir, आपको WhatsApp कर दिया, देख लीजिए. हमारा website है, देख लीजिए. PDF है, देख लीजिए. They are coming into this vocabulary. We had manual books. Now we are doing Tally, Zoho, Vyapar, depending on your type of business. We had physical orders. Now probably all of us have WhatsApp orders. अगर WhatsApp एक दिन बंद हो गया ना, तो समझो business बंद हो गया. इतना हम व्हाट्सएप पे डिपेंडेंट है कि वी कांट लिव विदाउट व्हाट्सएप. बी टीम कम्युनिकेशन, इंटरनल कम्युनिकेशन, वेंडर कम्युनिकेशन या ऑर्डर प्रोसेसिंग, जो भी है, एवरीथिंग रन्स ऑन व्हाट्सएप. सो ऑल दिस इज हैपनिंग इन हुबली, एंड दैट इज व्हाई इट्स इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस टू नो अबाउट एआई एंड टेक इन हुबली टुडे. So now we have seen why we have to learn about AI and tech. The second part what I want to cover is what is actually AI. And AI तो है, ठीक है, but what should we do? मेरा किराना का बिजनेस है, मेरे को क्या करना है? That we will see in this part. I've tried to explain artificial intelligence with an analogy here of music, right? Very few of here would have actually seen this radio. Sir would have seen. We all just have seen it in pictures, right? So sir, radio में आपको say for example you have a favorite music. How do you tune to that favorite music in radio? Could you tune to that music? Or sorry, analog. Or you have to wait that kabhi na kabhi aayega to main sun lunga, right? Yeah. So that was what was radio. You just tune to it and you just wait कि ठीक है कोई अच्छा song आए तो सुन लेंगे, right? The second one is music player. That is what we have as Google Chrome today, or the search engine optimization. जहाँ पे there's a list of records. And अगर आपको पता है कि say for example 21st song मेरा favorite song है, you can just go to song number 21 and you can play. Right? So the power is with you to choose कि आपको कौन सा song सुनना है, right? The third one is music assistant, Amazon Echo or Alexa, right? What does this do? इसको कुछ बोलना ही नहीं है. अगर आप सिर्फ बोलोगे Alexa play my favorite song, वो play कर देगा. But how does it know कि आपका favorite song कौन सा है? You have not told Alexa what is your favorite song. Alexa has the history, okay? कि मनीष रोज सुबह उठता है तो बजरंग बाण लगाना है, शाम को भी बजरंग बाण लगा रहा है, तो Alexa feels कि बजरंग बाण इसका फेवरेट है. I'm just giving an example. So it learns by its own data and it becomes smarter and smarter every day, right? So we have seen smart automations now. The lights understand at what time you wake up, so they don't turn on before that. So these are the kind of automations coming in. All of that is because of the AI which is built in, which is learning out of the data that you have created. So I guess I'm able to drive the point of what is artificial intelligence here and how artificial intelligence is different from Google Chrome. Next, I want to do a live demo of ChatGPT. How many of you here have used ChatGPT before? Okay, only 50%. I am surprised. ChatGPT तो अगर आपको नहीं है तो before you leave this room you have to download. That I have to tell you, because as a businessman, the greatest investment you do today is 2122 rupees of ChatGPT 1 month subscription. and that you have to do today, because I'll just run through what are the capabilities of ChatGPT, and you'll understand why I'm telling that. Let me show you a demo. Okay, so I've taken something very basic so that all of you are in the same page. So all of you have seen this flyer of today. This is the flyer of today. आज के इवेंट का फ्लायर है, सबके फोन में व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप्स में आया रहेगा. तो समझिए राघवेंद्र सर को ये फ्लायर आ गया है, डिजाइनर ने बना के भेज दिया है. अभी राघवेंद्र सर इज वेरी बिजी, ग्लास एंड डिजाइन में बहुत सारा कस्टमर्स था, एंड ही वांट्स टू क्रिएट एन इनविटेशन कि he want to send everyone an invitation with the flyer, right? So what does Raghvendra sir has to do? He has to just go to ChatGPT, and I'm showing you the demo first and then I'll go to the logic. He has to click on the upload from computer, and you have to open it here. He upload ho raha hai. Meanwhile, he'll just write, can you write me a invitation for WhatsApp with emojis and highlights. Could you see this? Some people would also have seen a invitation like this that was created from ChatGPT. So अभी समझिए आपको पसंद नहीं आया, थोड़ा और बेटर चाहिए, लंबा चाहिए, इतने छोटे इन्विटेशन से कोई आएगा नहीं. Then you have to improvise. Can you make it a little longer and also bold what's important? मैंने सिर्फ डाला कि इसको और थोड़ा बड़ा कीजिए और जो इंपॉर्टेंट है उसको बोल्ड कीजिए. Look at it. What to expect नहीं था ऊपर और यहाँ पे आ गया. And there's a beautiful option called copy. बस इसको कॉपी करना है, WhatsApp में पेस्ट करना है, and you have to send it. Right? So with ChatGPT, obviously Raghvendra sir will read this once. Okay. ChatGPT say Raghvendra sir doesn't have to put time to search this emoji. ChatGPT is not going to replace anybody. It is going to help us. Probably Raghvendra sir would have taken 5 minutes to do this, and with ChatGPT he did it in 1 minute, right? So this is the power of ChatGPT in our daily lives. Now we'll come to another example. I've created this wedding invitation through ChatGPT, and now, for example, I helped somebody with this example, and I want to show it to you here. Somebody sent you a wedding invitation, and you're not able to attend the wedding because of some travel commitments, and you want to write back to them. Okay, so how will you do that? You'll go here, upload from computer. You will select the invitation. I am, और इसको अच्छा इंग्लिश से कुछ मतलब नहीं, उसको बस इनपुट से मतलब है. आप स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक भी करोगे ना तो भी वो समझ लेगा. I am not able to attend the wedding due to travel. Can you write a reply to Kavya's father? Kavya is the bride here. नहीं तो वो काव्या को लिख देगा रिप्लाई. तो आई एम जस्ट राइटिंग कि काव्या के फादर ने मेरे को भेजा है, काव्या के फादर को एक रिप्लाई करो कि मैं ट्रैवल कर रहा हूँ और मैं नहीं आ सकता हूँ. डियर काव्या's फादर, क्योंकि हमने नाम नहीं दिया है, उसने डाला है डियर काव्या's फादर. I hope this message finds you well. Thank you so much for the warm invitation to Kavya and Aditya's wedding. It is truly a joyous occasion and I feel honored to be thought of during this special celebration. But आपको अभी फ्लैश होता है कि अरे यार उसको इंग्लिश आएगा कि नहीं आएगा, कन्नड़ा में चाहिए. Can you make this in Kannada? Shri Kavya ಅವರ ತಂದೆ ಹೆಸರು ಅವರಿಗೆ. Right? Wonderful. And if you have not doctor's handwriting, but if you have decent handwriting, you can upload your handwritten stuff also. Okay, you can try that. बहुत लोग WhatsApp में orders लेते हैं, आप scribble करते हो आपके notepad पे, वो upload कीजिए and tell it to give it in a proper format. वो बराबर से बना के आपको दे देगा. So this is the power of ChatGPT or AI in general, what we can use in daily lives. This is just the trailer. So this is the level 1 and we'll go up to level 3 in today's session. Yeah, we can do translation. So I just did translation. So Hindi, English में था, मैंने कन्नड़ा में पूछा तो उसने दे दिया. If you want me to show something else, I can also. वो एक डेमो है सर. डेमो नंबर 3 is yours. ये डेमो नंबर 1 है, डेमो नंबर 3 is your answer. Right. तो इसमें like you can see here, write, speak and upload. Upload मैंने कर दिया. You have seen. Write, I have done it. To translate, you have seen. अभी speak. There is an option called speak also here. Use voice mode. I just tried. Anybody wants to take a chance, give some prompt. जो ChatGPT को पूछना है, जो everyday use. I am not taking business example here. Daily use का मैं ले रहा हूँ. I'll just do something.
Highlights of the India-Australia series.
Okay. Can you give me the highlights of India and Australia series which happened recently? Thank you.
अच्छा या बुरा लिखा है.
Mike.
No, it's speaking that.
Yeah. I have to open a new chat, otherwise it thinks I'm talking about Kagaz. This is like a human, right? So
Australia.
can you give me the highlights of India and Australia series which happened recently? Are you trying out? Okay, it heard something else. I guess it's some audio problem here. But आप जो भी पूछो, it will give it to you and it will make sure कि आपको कितने details में चाहिए उतना detail आप दे सकते हो. There's a trick here. अगर आपको कोई भी चीज आपको लग रहा है कि complex आ रहा है, just write down कि I am a 10-year-old, right? तो वो और डिटेल में देगा. वो सेम चीज को 10 स्टेप अगर है तो उसको 20 स्टेप बना के देगा. It will make life even more easier, right? This is about ChatGPT and this is level 1. We'll go to the next slide. Okay, so we have seen why we have to learn AI and tech, and then we have seen what is AI. अभी क्वेश्चन है what should we do? ये सब देख लिया, सुन लिया, पूरा न्यूज में यही चल रहा है AI, बट हमको क्या करना है? सर भी पूछ रहे तो मेरे धंधे का बात कर, मेरा टी का बिजनेस है, मेरे को कैसे बढ़ाना है, right? So this is what we gonna cover here. So like Mukesh sir told, we have to just focus on one thing: building systems, right? Like somebody from the back had told कि they have a good model. हुबली हो, बेलगाम हो, गदग हो, सब जगह स्विगी, जोमेटो ओपन हो सकता है, क्योंकि वो श्री हर्षा मेजेटी को नहीं फर्क पड़ता है कि हुबली है कि गदग है. उसका मॉडल फिक्स है. उसका 30% रेवेन्यू में कमीशन कट होगा तो कट होगा. उसका ऐसा नहीं है कि नियम बचत और 25% मॉडल, ऐसे नहीं है. They have a fixed model, they have built systems, and because of the systems they are able to scale. Now the next question would arise कि कौन सा सिस्टम आपको उनको बिल्ड करना है. For that we have there's a great book on that, but I've tried to concise it into one slide. I'll just show you. So दुनिया, हुबली में, कर्नाटका में या इंडिया में या दुनिया में कोई भी बिजनेस हो, उसको अगर ग्रो करना है, there are only 3 ways. There are actually 4 ways, but 4th is not in the control of humans, it's in the control of God, which is making time. So we are left with only 3 ways, which is making money, saving money, and saving time. आप I'll just pause here for half a minute. आप जो भी बिजनेस कर रहे हो, एक बार आप सोचो, इन 3 बकेट में ही आपको पहुंचता रहेगा. Now sir is into wholesaling of tea powder, right? Sir, आप जो रेट में आप दे रहे हो, whatever rates you are giving to your retailers, they are able to sell, mark up and sell it to their customers. So you are helping them make money. That's why your business is growing, sir. Right? Like that, take your own business of whatever business you are into. It should fall into these 3 brackets. Now, saving money, for example, let's say insurance. अगर आपका फोन खराब हो गया था सर, आपका फोन अगर गिर गया तो we will give you back money. आपका हेल्थ खराब हो गया तो we will give you back money. So this is about saving money. And saving time is what Vinayak sir and me we are doing. right? You don't have time to understand and follow so many stuff in legalities. So you always find a consultant, right? So that's where you save time. So anybody who's helping you save time will make money. Anybody who's helping you make money will make money. Anybody who's helping you save money will make money, right? So हमको systems, I'll go back to the old point. हमको systems इन तीनों चीज पे बनाना है. Can we have a system which can make money for us? Can we have a system which can save money for us? Can we have a system which can save time for us? And through the presentation, I'll show you, I have a lot of time. Through the presentation, I'll show you how we can make systems for each of these functions, and we can make sure that runs even without the owners. I'll proceed to the next one. So this was about what of AI, what to do. मैंने बताया कि system बनाना है. अभी is the core of the presentation, which is how. करना क्या है, right? So this I'll just go forward and show you. So I have simple slides, 3 slides for three of the departments that we have, and I'll just show you how you can make systems in your business which can run even without the owners, right? First, I've taken a sales department, which all of us obviously have. So the first one is X but not Y. So how many of you have heard about this X but not Y? You've heard, sir?
One product instead of the other.
X but not Y. So yeah, somewhere similar. So I'll take some example. Sorry, sir.
Customer needs इसके बदले दूसरा.
Hey, उसका उल्टा है, sir. I'll take some example from the audience. For example, if I want to take sir's example again. So दाल और चावल बेचते हैं, सर. Okay. रिटेलर को बेच रहे. अगर वो चावल बेच रहा है, इसका मतलब दाल भी बेच रहा है. If I give a list to sir कि सर ये सारे customers है जो आपके पास चावल ले रहे हैं पर दाल नहीं ले रहे, right? Now your sales team has got a great input कि ये बंदा दाल तो बेचता है पर मेरे पास नहीं ले रहा है. Are you able to follow me? I'll give you more examples. You can connect better. Say for example, you have nut and bolt factory, and there is a list which says ये सब लोग नट ले रहे हैं, आपके पास बोल्ट नहीं ले रहे. What does it mean? It does not mean कि वो लोग बोल्ट नहीं बेच रहे. वो लोग बोल्ट बेच रहे हैं बट आपके पास नहीं ले रहे. Are you able to follow me? Right. If you are into pipes, आपके पास pipes ले रहे पर fittings नहीं ले रहे. If you are into garments, आपके पास shirt ले रहे पर पैंट नहीं ले रहे. ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ men's shirt store तो नहीं होगा कोई भी. अगर store है, men's store है तो shirt भी होगा, पैंट भी होगा. तो this is a simple system. But if you create such systems, and there are many tools online. अगर आप online डालोगे business analytics tools, बहुत सारे आपको tools मिल जाएगा which will create such reports out of your existing softwares. आप टैली यूज कर रहे हो, जोहो यूज कर रहे हो, आप जो भी सॉफ्टवेयर यूज कर रहे हो, उन प्रोडक्ट से, उन सॉफ्टवेयर से वो डेटा पुल करके वैसे रिपोर्ट आपको दे देगा. सो नाउ योर टॉप सेल्समैन कैन बी असाइंड हियर कि भाई ये सब कस्टमर्स है एंड ये सब कस्टमर्स मेरे पास दाल तो ले रहे, चावल नहीं ले रहे. तो तेरा टारगेट है कि इनको चावल बेचना है और जितना चावल बेचेगा उसके ऊपर देखो कमीशन. दिस इज कॉल्ड सिस्टम एंड इट विल रन ऑन इट्स ओन बिकॉज whether I see it or whether somebody sees it, it will not change. X but not Y will remain same. This is one example of a system. Second one is inactive customers. Day in day out we are always working on ठीक है आज ये order आया, ये dispatch हुआ, इसका LR गया and all of that. But are we tracking के say for example 3 महीने में आपको एक order आता है एक customer से, Q1 में जो order आया था क्या Q2 में उस पार्टी का order आया है क्या? Q1 is April, May, June, July, August, September. अप्रैल में जून में अगर कोई एक पार्टी का ऑर्डर आया था, Q2 में आया है क्या ऑर्डर? और अगर आया है तो उतना ही ऑर्डर आया है कि कैन आर यू एबल टू ट्रैक दिस? सॉरी, आर यू डूइंग दिस इन योर बिजनेस? यू आर डूइंग वंडरफुल सर. सो इफ यू आर डूइंग दिस, सो नाउ सर इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड टू गिव अ इनपुट टू ए सेल्स टीम कि उसको क्या करना है. द रिपोर्ट इज इटसेल्फ एन इनपुट. द रिपोर्ट विल टेल कि दिस पार्टी प्रोबब्ली सर इज फ्रॉम Anniket, सर इज फ्रॉम Gadar. This party from Gajendragarh is not ordered in this quarter. So the salesman knows कि उसको क्या बात करना है. Sir ನೀವು last month अंकु तोड़ ई month तोड़ sir. He has a valid talk, right? Customers के पास time नहीं है. They want to the point, right? So this kind of reports would really help your sales team to prosper even without you. Third one is territory review. A lot of you here would have distributions for multiple districts or cities or pin codes, right? So आपको धंधा कितना हो रहा है, बढ़ रहा है, that you are able to track. But are you able to track it map wise? Like if I give you a presentation and I show you Karnataka map and I tell you कि सर आपका गदग में सेल्स बढ़ रहा है, हुबली में डाउन है, धारवाड़ में बढ़ रहा है, बेलगाम में डाउन है. So you will get a clear picture कि क्या चल रहा है business में. And in case you have now all these companies have ZSMs and RSMs, how do you think they're giving targets? I have seen it for one company and I would not like to name it. उनके पास you can just keep zooming and zooming and zooming the Indian map and उनके पास pin code wise details है, कहाँ पे क्या बिक रहा है. And the cherry on cake is उनके पास product wise details है. गदग is a district and उसमें अंडीगिरी में क्या बिक रहा है, अंडीगिरी में शर्ट कितना बिक रहा है, पैंट कितना बिक रहा है, नहीं बिक रहा है तो क्यों नहीं बिक रहा है, राइट. एंड दे आर नाउ लिंकिंग इट टू सीजन्स. जैसे कि हर ಎಲ್ಲ ಊರಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾತ್ರೆ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಜಾತ್ರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ನಾउ ದಟ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಇಸ್ ಲಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಟು ದ ಸೀಸನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ देयर विलेज कि इस सीजन में सेल्स बढ़ना चाहिए. So their target are automatically tuned to the season that they have. Like umbrellas will not sell in summer, so they'll not have targets for umbrella, but they would have targets for caps because that system understands कि ये 3 month summer है. So this is kind of, are you able to follow me? Yeah, कि सब ऊपर से जा रहा है. I just want to get. So these are the simple systems what you can build out of your existing accounting system. I'm not asking you to take a new accounting system. आप जो follow कर रहे हो उसको ही कोई भी एक tool लेके implement कीजिए and these beautiful reports will be ready. And as an owner, you won't be required to give inputs to your sales team. I'll go to the next department, which is stock. So the first element what I've taken here is carrying stock. Say for example, आपके गोडाउन में 1 crore का स्टॉक है और वो 1 साल से बिका नहीं है क्योंकि उसका आपको लग रहा है कि उसका जो भाव आना चाहिए वो आया नहीं है. 1 year down the line, what do you think is the cost of that stock? Anybody wants to tell? 1 crore का आपका स्टॉक है April 1st 2024 को, 31st March 2025 को भी वो गोडाउन में पड़ा है क्योंकि उसका जो भाव आना चाहिए था, जो रेट आना चाहिए था, वो आया नहीं है. What do you think is the cost of this stock? रोटेशन हुआ ही नहीं सर, वो बिका ही नहीं. Say one month में रोटेट होता है, right? So let's keep it simple. Say your FD, your loan interest rate is 12%. तो इसका रेट हो गया 1 crore 12 lakhs.
144. Because you would have rotated that money 12 times.
Yeah, if you go into compounding, yeah, correct sir. I'm just trying to keep it as simple as possible. So अगर आपने किसी से लोन लिया है 1 crore का और स्टॉक बाय किया है और 1 साल पूरा बेचा नहीं है कि इसका रेट नहीं आया है, तो एट द ईयर एंड उसका रेट एक्चुअली 1 crore 12 lakhs है, 1 crore नहीं है, right? So a lot of clients or lot of what we have seen in businessmen is they feel कि इसका सही मार्जिन आएगा ना तभी बेचेंगे. So margin is only not related to cost. Margin is also related to time. Is the point I want to make it here. कि there might be a point where आपको 2% margin में भी workout हो रहा है because your interest cost is very high. Second point what I've written here is product wise reach, which is similar to the sales part what I've covered. कि आपके पास इतने सारे SKUs है, so you get lost. We have seen tallies where उनको पता ही नहीं चल रहा टैली में क्या चल रहा है, इतने सारे SKUs है. But are you sure कि सारा माल सारे जगह पे बिक रहा है? Are you sure कि जो कर्नाटक में बिक रहा है वो महाराष्ट्र में भी बिक रहा है? All those reports can be generated from your own accounting system. I'm taking example of tally because it's very popular. But whatever accounting system you have, you can find tools in the market which you can use and implement and generate these beautiful reports. Third one is dead stock area. Okay, so I told stock is not only a function of cost, it's a function of time also. I'll bring another element, it's a function of area also. अभी वो 1 crore का स्टॉक जहां पड़ा है ना, वहां पे आप रेंट पे कर रहे हो. Why don't you add that rent also as the cost of the stock? All these elements have to be considered and there are beautiful tools out in the market which can help you track all of this live. आपने आज एक स्टॉक परचेज एंट्री किया तो आपको लाइव दिखेगा कि इसका वैल्यू क्या है. This is about stock. Next we have operations. Here we have 3 points. First one is SOP, second one is FAQ and third one is self-help videos. SOP का मतलब है standard operating procedures. Does anybody here have standard operating procedures in office? Wonderful, wonderful. 5 people already have it. SOP का मतलब है कि मैं जो भी करता हूँ उसको लिख रहा हूँ, right? If somebody, for example, we are into sales and service of software, कि अगर क्लाइंट का इंक्वायरी आया तो फर्स्ट क्या करना है? फर्स्ट हमको पूछना है कि सर आपको किसने नंबर दिया, बिकॉज वी वांट टू नो मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल से आया है कि मेरे लिंक्डइन से आया है। उसके बाद क्या करना है, उसके बाद उसको सीआरएम में रजिस्टर करना है। उसके बाद क्या करना है, उसके बाद उसको पूछना है कि उसको जो चाहिए और हमारे पास जो है वो एक ही है कि नहीं है, दैट इज कॉल्ड क्वालिफिकेशन। सो दीज आर स्टेप्स व्हिच वी फॉलो डे इन डे आउट, and I've maintained a SOP. I'll just show you a sample SOP what we use, what we have done for our office. So once you do this, it becomes very easy for you to train your team. All of us have a problem of attrition. So हम train करते हैं सर, वो छूट जाते हैं, train करते हैं सर, छूट जाते हैं। तो छूटना is not in our hands, right? ये concept ही ऐसा है which is with holes, right? वो छूटेंगे ही, but you can build your strength on कि कैसे fast इनको train करें। जो आ रहा है उसको एक महीना अगर आपको लग रहा है ट्रेन करने में, हाउ डू यू कट इट डाउन टू 15 days, हाउ डू यू कट इट डाउन टू 7 days? कैन यू मेक अ एसओपी और उसको बोलो कि 2 दिन कुछ भी काम मत कर, तो सिर्फ पढ़ और 2 दिन के बाद मिलते हैं वापस, राइट? We can do this. I will show you the live demo of it. Second one is FAQ. So all of us in sales, sales is my favorite topic. 80% questions are same, sir. All of us would agree. Market objections, 80% are same. Sir, name rate ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, sir name delivery late ಇದೆ, sir name packing ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, something. It would be same. Now imagine if you document all these FAQs, it would look very weird. ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು ಬರೀತಾರೆ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? But all these big companies are doing this. If you document that and any new fresher in your sales team and you just give this document that isko bahad kar do aap, right? I'll tell you the magic what happens. So now this person exactly knows what to answer, right? So when the question asked, immediately he'll answer. Okay, abhi for example, I'll take my example. Sir, ನೀವು offline service ಕೊಡಲ್ವಾ ಸರ್? ನೀವು ಗದಗ ಹುಬ್ಳಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ನಾವು ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೀವಿ. Okay, I have put it in FAQ. So my team exactly knows what to answer, right? And the moment they answer with confidence, the client also gets trust on us. Okay, एक मिनट में आंसर दे दिया इन्होंने बोले तो they are doing it for a lot of people, right? It's not necessary that I'm doing it for a lot of people, but what's necessary is they answered very quickly. And that was possible because of the FAQ what I have put in, right? And FAQ can be as silly as, sir, ellaru discount kodtara ನೀವು ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. It can be any weird question what you feel, but once you train your sales team on that, I'll tell the magic part. So now your sales team, they have complete space to think about the creative questions. There will be some new question. To your sales team, somebody might call and ask, I want to buy your brand. What are the charges? Not the product, but the brand, right? He might be making humor out of it. But your sales team can answer something humorously only when they have space in their mind. And that is possible only when you declutter their mind and put everything in FAQ, right? And trust me, you start with only 20 questions for your sales team. Do it, give them a printout or give them a PDF or a link or something. And I would also recommend, उनको एक दिन लीव दे दो, उनको एक दिन लीव दे के बोलो कि आप सिर्फ FAQ बाहर करके आओ, and that will be worth it for you. Because once they are through with this, they have a command over the queries which are coming in to your business. Third one is self-help videos. So there are a lot of things which we can't tell every time, right? हर किसी को मैं नहीं दिखा सकता कि ठीक है आपको अगर ऑर्डर आया तो इधर जाना, ये करना, वो करना, हर किसी को नहीं दिखा सकता. So you can just record it. There are many free tools available. आप उसको record करके with your voice, you can upload it in YouTube. YouTube में एक चीज है something called private video, sir. Okay, अगर मैं Saushimad sir को link भेजूंगा, only you can see it, nobody else, right? That way my confidentiality is also not lost. So I share that link with only with my team. So we do something in office which is very monotonous, right? और मेरे को भी वो सिखाने में भी मेरे को आलस आता है, इतना वो monotonous job है, but I can't automate it. That is something related to the vendor portal, right? तो मैंने उसका एक वीडियो रिकॉर्ड करके YouTube पे अपलोड किया है, and anybody who is into that role, I'll ask them to ये वीडियो तुम पूरा देख लो. And the benefit is next time उसको कभी डाउट आएगा, she has to come back to the video and just see, okay, इधर क्या था, and she'll solve it. So even that one call, if it's reduced for me, it's a great thing for me, right? Like this, we can build systems for operations as well. So I've covered 3: sales, stock, and operations. Now coming to the live demo part, which is reduce incoming calls from customers, team, and transporters. Who has a problem here कि मेरे को बहुत calls आ रहे हैं, कुछ नया करने का time नहीं मिल रहा है. I want to see a raise of hands. Okay. So a lot of people, we're getting too many calls, and other, for example, I actually feel all of you all are in the 1 or 2% of the businessman because you could take out time and come here. Okay, that means your GSTR 1 is filed, right? So you have taken time out and you have your business structured at some point, and that's why you're all here. So इतना calls आता है, मैं कोई नया चीज के लिए time कब निकालूं, I don't know, and this is a practical problem. So this is one of our clients who had this problem. I know that this client wants to invest in his business, grow his business, but वो जब भी मेरे साथ discussion में बैठता है over the table, वो हम presentation या कुछ बात start करते हैं, तब तक एक मिनट, हाँ मनीष एक कॉल आ रहा है, हाँ ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್, ಸರ್ ಅದು ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಇಲ್ರಿ, ಸರ್ ಅದು ಆಫರ್ ಇಲ್ರಿ, फिर ट्रांसपोर्टर का कॉल आएगा, सर माल ಐತೇನ್ರಿ, ಸರ್ ಗಾಡಿ ಹೊಂಟೈತ್ರಿ, फिर वो वेंडर का कॉल आएगा, सर स्कीम ಐತ್ರಿ, ಇವತ್ತು ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಹಾಕ್ರಿ, पंच ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. तो इतना कॉल्स आता है, बाद में उसका मजा ही चला जाता है. एक तो मेरा रेवेन्यू जा रहा है, दूसरा वो भी बहुत इरिटेट हो रहा है, he is not able to grow his business. For this we have found out a solution which is very simple. So I am a chartered accountant, मैंने कुछ टेक्नोलॉजी में कुछ भी किया नहीं है, but I have done that. That means all of you can do that. It's very simple. I'll just show you the live demo of it. So I have created a chatbot, right? चैटबॉट को मैंने क्रिएट किया है, और इसको सिर्फ चैटबॉट एक पर्सन का नाम है समझ लो, ओके? उसको मैंने फॉर ईज ऑफ यूज उसको मैंने सिखा दिया है कि आपको ऐसा कोई पूछेगा तो आपको ये बताना है, आपको कुछ ये पूछेगा तो आपको ये बताना है. तो फॉर ईज ऑफ यूज आई हैव नेम्ड द प्रोडक्ट एज ABCDE. सर योर पॉइंट इज गेटिंग कवर्ड हियर आल्सो, इन 3 आल्सो इट विल गेट कवर्ड. तो ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಟೀ ಪೌಡರ್ A, ಟೀ ಪೌಡರ್ B, ಟೀ ಪೌಡರ್ C ಅಂತಿದೆ, ಓಕೆ? ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸರ್ ಏನ್ ರೇಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಏನ್ ರೇಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಏನ್ ರೇಟ್ ಇದೆ, ರೇಟ್ ಸೇಮೇ ಇದೆ, ಓಕೆ? ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ದೇ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಆಸ್ಕ್. एंड इसमें और एक मजा है, they want to hear from the owner only lot of times, okay? If you tell sir the office number call ಮಾಡಿ sir rate ಹೇಳ್ತಾರ, they feel owner call ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನೋ 2% ಸಿಗಬಹುದು, correct? That's the case. And if you don't answer the call, that is also problem. They tell, oh business ಬೆಳಿತಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಅವ್ರು ಕಾಲ್ ಎತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. That's what is happening, sir. So India, the business is all about sentiments, okay? 3 calls you don't answer, no, 4th call even if you give him 5% discount will not take. His ego is getting hurt, and we cannot afford to hurt anybody's ego when all these startups are coming into our business, right? So for that, what can we do is, instead of telling talk to my person and he'll tell you, you can tell, sir we have new system for it, you can get your rates there. Not that you can get rates there, we can tell, sir you can get your rates there. I'll just show you how. So I've named the products as ABCDE for ease of use, and I'll give client this link. You can see the link. So this can be connected to the WhatsApp also. Somebody can just WhatsApp you instead of clicking on this link. I'll just show you what it does. So say for example they want product A. So I'll just tell customer कि sir आपको मैं product list दे रहा हूँ, A इसका exact नाम है, exact spelling है, okay? आपको क्या item चाहिए ना, सिर्फ उसका नाम लिख के भेज दो, तो वो A लिख के Hiremath sir को भेज देगा. Not sir, but actually the link, okay? The system will ask me, please share your 10-digit mobile number, because हर किसी का रेट अलग है, कोई होलसेल में लेता है, कोई रिटेल में लेता है, कोई कैश में लेता है, कोई क्रेडिट में लेता है. बट यू कैन टेल कि मेरा नंबर कोई और डाल देगा, किसी का नंबर मैं डाल दूंगा. तो दिस इज जस्ट एन एग्जांपल. यू कैन गिव कस्टमर कोड आल्सो, you can give something unique to a customer, and I'll just put my phone number here and I'll enter. वो 3 डॉट है ना, that means it's thinking. The price for the product associated with the mobile number so and so is 100, right? Okay, I get it that all of you are not understanding, no problem. But मैंने मेरा number डाला तो price आया 100. Okay, let's redo it now. I'm just refreshing, and again some customer writes A, and say I'll give my office number. We have my office number I'm putting. It's telling 2000. The rate is changing based on the number. Lot of us have a problem कि उसको क्या रेट देना है, मैं कैसे समझाऊं मेरे बंदे को, वो मिस्टेक कर दिया तो. Humans can do errors, sir, systems can't. System will tell I don't know this, it will not do wrong. I don't know this, call the owner. That also you can put here. If they put a new number and that's not there in your database, it will tell sir आप registered नहीं हो, please contact our admin team, right? So this is called chatbot. Now I'll show you how this is working, and you'll feel इतना simple है क्या. So this is demo document what I've created, and in normal English I've written here something. एंड द फन फैक्ट इज आपको लिखना भी नहीं है. अगर आप वो वर्बली बोलोगे चैट जीपीटी को तो वो लिख के दे देगा आपको, राइट? फिर इधर सिर्फ कॉपी पेस्ट करना है. I've just written respond to product inquiries. When a user sends a product name, always reply with please share your 10-digit mobile number. राइट? इसको मैंने समझाया है सर, सिखाया है. तो वो कुछ भी आप डालो, वो प्रोडक्ट नंबर, वो मोबाइल नंबर ही पूछेगा. मैच द मोबाइल नंबर टू करस्पॉन्डिंग कैटेगरी लिस्ट यूजिंग द प्रोवाइडेड टेबल. तो ये 3 नंबर मैंने डाला है. अगर 7411 वाला नंबर आया तो इसका मतलब उसका प्राइस लिस्ट 1 है. अगर 9011 का नंबर आया तो इसका प्राइस लिस्ट 2 है. सिस्टम समझ लेगा अपने आप. और इसके अलावा कोई नंबर आया तो वी कैन सेट अ रिप्लाई कि इसके अलावा कोई रिप्लाई नंबर आया है तो उनको ये वाला ऑफिस नंबर दे दो कि इस पे कॉल करें, राइट? एंड देन आई हैव द प्राइस लिस्ट हियर. इस प्रोडक्ट को ये प्राइस है, इस प्रोडक्ट को ये प्राइस है. आर यू एबल टू फॉलो व्हाट आई जस्ट डिड? So it is reading on its own and it is replying as if a person is replying. So I'll tell you a fun fact. Customers want reply. Customers don't necessarily want reply from you. Customer want quick replies. Customers don't want quick replies from you, right? So I'm just trying to remove, scope out you out of the scene, right? And how to bring it into systems. Obviously, this comes at a little cost, like आपको लगता है कि इस कस्टमर को मैं 2% ज्यादा बोल सकता हूं. All that can't be done here if you go into system. But I guess all the Swiggy, Zomato have left that little extra margin what they could make, and that's why they have built the systems and they have scaled their operations at this large. अभी एक ट्रांसपोर्ट का भी एग्जांपल मैं दिखाऊंगा. तो मैं ट्रांसपोर्ट वालों का बहुत कॉल आता रहता है. आई कैन टेल देम आप सिर्फ मेरे को व्हाट्सएप में ट्रांसपोर्ट लिख के भेज दो या टी लिख के भेज दो, जो भी आप सेटिंग करोगे.
मनीष जी, आपने वो जो वर्ड का फाइल बताया, हाउ डू यू एक्टिवेट इट इन चैट जीपीटी?
Okay, I'll show it. I'll show it. So ट्रांसपोर्ट का डिटेल्स आ गया कि मेरा दिल्ली का 20 टन है, लखनऊ का 30 टन है एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. सो हर बार अगर आपको कॉल आ रहा है, दिस वी हैड दिस ट्रांसपोर्ट, एक ही प्रॉब्लम एक क्लाइंट का था हमारा, तो उनको बहुत कॉल आता था. तो उनका एक एक्सेल शीट हमने दिया है जहाँ पे वो मैडम है, उनको सिर्फ अपडेट करना है कि ये लॉट रेडी है इस सिटी का, एंड वो जो ट्रांसपोर्ट ऑपरेटर है उसको सिर्फ मैसेज करना है एंड दे विल गेट अ रिप्लाई. नाउ आई कम टू द सर्च पॉइंट. सर ये डॉक्यूमेंट बनाना तो मैंने बता दिया आपको, चैट जीपीटी में आप बोलोगे तो वो बना देगा. Then there is a tool called Dante AI. Okay, I'll try to open it here.
There's another app.
Yeah, that's a tool. That's another app. I'm not promoting Dante AI. You can take any tool, but I'm promoting the ideology behind it. This is taking time. No problem. Sir, this is getting covered in the demo 3. मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा सर. Yes. So, are you able to follow how a simple tool called chatbot can make your life so much easy, right? And if you have any of your friends जो आप बाहर होटल जा रहे हो, कहीं पे भी जा रहे हो, and he's always answering calls, please suggest them to have a chatbot. I understand initially it might have some hiccups, but in the long run, once this problem is solved, the owner has so much more time to do something new. I'll move on with my next demo, which is self-made GPT. Sir, I'll cover your point here, right? So इधर मैंने क्या किया है? So now I am the founder of a firm called Growth Partners, and there's so many things which only I know. Okay, a new joinee doesn't know. तो हर चीज के लिए they want to talk to me. Okay, now for example, I'm in a presentation. So from last 3 hours, my phone is with Vani. Okay, I have not used my phone. So many things can get stuck. And हमारा सर्विस ऐसा है, stuck नहीं हो सकता है. यानी किसी को ईमेल बनाना है तो बनाना है. He can't wait because I am giving a presentation here. So what we have done is we have created our own chat GPT. Chat GPT तो है, मैंने ग्रोथ पार्टनर्स का एक chat GPT बनाया है. I'll just show you. This is GPT, Growth Partners GPT. I'll show the demo and then I'll go back to the working of it. Okay, it's open. अभी हमको random queries कुछ ना कुछ आता रहता है. For example, somebody is visiting Gadag and they're asking कि सर location कर सी. Okay, हर किसी को मेरे को नया फाइल फाइंड करके भेजना है, right? कोई लोकेशन पूछेगा तो लोकेशन भेजना है, कोई बैंक डिटेल्स पूछेगा तो ढूंढना है बैंक डिटेल्स कहाँ है, बैंक डिटेल्स भेजना है, हर किसी को नया फाइल भेजना है। उस सब के बजाय उनको मैं ये लिंक एक भेज दूंगा बस कि बॉस आपको क्या चाहिए इसमें डाल दो, आपको आंसर आ जाएगा। Let us try that. So this is Sangeeta Devi because I had bought it from a friend's credit card. That's why it's showing that name. So the tagline is answers queries like a growth partner's team member would do. Right? Now I'll write a message. For example, somebody is asking me location. और वो कुछ सेंटेंस ग्रामर इंग्लिश प्रॉपर नहीं लिख रहा है, सिर्फ वो लोकेशन लिख के भेज रहा है। The location of growth partners is available on Google Maps and here's the link. I click on this link, location पे जाएगा। Now somebody wants के tell something, for example contact number चाहिए मेरे को। ये समझिए मैंने सोशल मीडिया पे वगैरह प्रमोट किया है and they want contact number, so they just have to write contact number. And the answer is here, right? Now, does the customer care कि मनीष ने मेरे को आंसर नहीं दिया यार, ऐसे कैसे? The customer will not care. Customer को contact number चाहिए, वो मिल गया, बात खत्म, right? So I'll go back to the working and show you how I've done that. But like this, you can आपका daily का जो भी task है, if you can boil it down to words and put it into a Google Doc, right? You can do something like this and give this to your team. Forget customers. अगर आपने ये टीम को दे दिया, right? It's as good as sir is there in the system, right? Sir को कॉल करने के बजाय इधर लिख ही देते हैं अपन. And imagine somebody is asking me contact, somebody is asking my office team कि आपके support का contact number दो. तो instead of typing, they're just writing here in the chatbot contact number, and इधर आते ही ये copy करके paste करके भेज देंगे. The other person would feel कि मैंने 30 seconds पहले पूछा है और इतना मस्त formatting में बना के इन्होंने दे दिया. So the other person will always have a thought कि how quick this is and how formatted this is, right? Like this, somebody, now I'll go to the technical part of it. For example, we have a lot of vendor procedures. हम बहुत सारे कंपनी के डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स हैं, तो हमको वेंडर यानी सप्लायर के वेबसाइट में जाके हमको कुछ ना कुछ प्रोसीजर करना पड़ता है, जो बहुत थोड़ा टेक्निकल है और वो हमारे हाथ में नहीं है ऑटोमेट करने का। तो वो मैंने स्टेप बाय स्टेप बैठ के पूरा लिस्ट बनाया, एक 17 पेज का डॉक्यूमेंट बनाया कि अगर ये करना है तो ये करना है, ये हो गया तो ये हो गया, स्टॉक नहीं है तो ऐसे स्टॉक डालना है। तो इफ समबडी joins new at growth partners and they want to know portal procedure for example we are Tally partners, I'll just take an example of Tally, portal procedure for Tally activation, right? This is portal procedure, यानी उनके पोर्टल में हमको क्या करना है। Create lead, convert opportunity, generate payment link, payment confirmation, mailing of serial number, activation, prerequisites, initial setup, feedback. So all this is coming, right? Lot of clients ask us on the day one, अभी उनको लेने का आगे रहता है, but on the day one they'll ask कि क्या क्या प्रोसीजर रहेगा बाय करने का, right? So initially we tend to explain कि सर मैं आपको बोलती हूँ पहले ये करना है, बाद में वो करना है, बाद में वो करना है. Don't spend so much time. You can just tell, I'll just send you a doc and you can refer that. And you can come here and you can copy this and you can send this. So the client completely understands कि क्या क्या करना है, right? Here, for example, we have a lot of CAs. We have around 300 CAs who are in our network, okay? And CA के साथ ICI का tie-up है, ICI का Tally के साथ tie-up है, discounted license वगैरह मिलता है. उसका रोज हमको इंक्वायरी आता है कि सर डिस्काउंट कितना है, ये कितना है, वो कितना है. एंड जब बात डिस्काउंट का आता है ना, एवरीवन फील्स कि ओनर से बात करूंगा और थोड़ा मिलेगा. अगर डिस्काउंट आपने दे दिया तो आप सबको लगेगा कि मे बी आई हैव टू पिच वन मोर टाइम और थोड़ा और डिस्काउंट मिलेगा, बट वैसा नहीं है. दिस ऑल पोर्टल प्रोसीजर्स. सो इफ समबडी राइट्स आई वांट टू बाय CA license, CA Tally license example, the license is only available for chartered accountants who hold a certificate of practice. Qualification before 1/4/2017 eligible for 50% discount. It's not loading, but आगे yeah, it's here. So qualification after 2017 it's 80% discount. उसके बाद discount के बाद इतना cost होगा. Process to buy आपको online जाना है, preferred partner में growth partner select करना है, billing company से होगा, और आपको कुछ भी issue है तो हमको call कर सकते हो. All these details I've written here. Now let me come to the interesting part of it, which is ये मैंने कैसे किया. So sir, पहले तो same as it is मैंने document बनाया है एक. So like you can see here, ये पूरा ऐसे मैंने document बनाया. And this is not for just for this speech. This I'm using in my office day in day out. पूरा ये बनाने में मेरे को टाइम लगा. मैंने रफली लिखा था, फिर मैंने वो चैट जीपीटी में डाल दिया कि इसको इम्प्रोवाइज कर, स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक है तो निकाल दे, जहाँ पे बोल्ड करना है बोल्ड कर दे. इट हैज डन इट. पूरा मैंने यहाँ पे डिटेल डाला है. एंड आई हैव पुट एफएक्यूज आल्सो, इफ यू कैन सी. विच सिटी आर यू फ्रॉम सर, ऐसे कोई पूछता है हमको तो सॉरी क्वालिफाइंग क्वेश्चंस. सो अगर कोई लेना चाहता है लाइसेंस तो व्हाट क्वेश्चन दे शुड आस्क. एंड दीज आर द एफएक्यूज. हाउ मेनी कस्टमर्स डज टाली हैव. टाली हैज 25 लाख कस्टमर्स ओवर 100 कंट्रीज. ये सब मैंने इधर डाल दिया है. छोटे से छोटा क्वेश्चन जो भी पूछ सकता है ना कस्टमर, ये पूरा मैंने आई हैव टेकन टाइम. दिस यू कांट डेलीगेट. इफ यू थिंक कि आई वांट दिस, मैं किसी को लगा दूंगा, यू कांट. दिस हैज टू बी ओनर ड्रिवन. दिस हैज टू बी फाउंडर ड्रिवन. यू कांट डेलीगेट दिस बिकॉज द वे यू फील विथ योर बिजनेस, नो नोबडी एल्स कैन. राइट. सो एक बार मैंने लिख दिया. इसके बाद व्हाट आई हैव डन आई विल शो यू. सो ये चैट जीपीटी में देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड माय जीपीटीज. यू कैन क्रिएट योर ओन जीपीटी. किसके पास इधर पेड वर्जन है चैट जीपीटी का? Santosh sir has it. Perfect. Vinayak sir has it. Sir, please 2122 rupees hai. Wonderful investment. It is actually called an expense in terms of financial statements, but iski jaisa asset nahi hai sir koi bhi. So please go ahead and buy the subscription. Once you buy the subscription, ये option आपको enable होगा My GPTs. तो My GPT में मैंने एक बनाया इधर Growth Partners GPT. I can see कि मेरा कितना conversation हुआ है, 9 chats. So here if I open, they give me an option like this. I have to go here. So there is an edit option here. सर इधर मैं edit पे क्लिक करूंगा एंड मेरे जो भी डॉक्यूमेंट्स है वो डॉक्यूमेंट्स में सब इधर अपलोड करूंगा. इधर थोड़ा मेरा it is asking कि how should it behave. So I have written it should behave professional. Whenever possible, add YouTube videos. First preference would be Growth Partners YouTube channel. हमारा भी YouTube channel है. I don't want it to go to other YouTube channels and then other YouTube channels. If you don't know the answer, tell thanks for asking. I'm sorry, I'm not trained yet for this question. Do you mind calling Growth Partners at this number? Right? तो ये आंसर उनको चला जाएगा. एंड यहाँ पे मैंने वो अपलोड किया सर. दिस इज द डॉक्यूमेंट व्हाट आई हैव अपलोडेड. ऐसे आपका प्राइस लिस्ट है, आपका अग्रीमेंट है, या आपको आपके जो भी डॉक्यूमेंट्स है वो सब डॉक्यूमेंट्स इधर आप अपलोड कर सकते हो. देयर इज नो लिमिट टू हाउ मच यू कैन अपलोड. एंड वो अपने आप वो समझ लेगा एंड उसके हिसाब से वो आंसर करेगा. एंड विद दिस आई वांट टू शो यू वन मोर थिंग. अभी जैसे कि आई एम अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट, राइट, एंड वी हैव सो मैंने सब्सक्रिप्शन ऑफिस के प्लान पे लिया है बिकॉज एंटायर टीम इज यूजिंग चैट जीपीटी. तो हर बार मेरे को अगर मैं बोलूँ ना कि मेरा ऐसा बिजनेस है, इस चीज का बिजनेस है, तो उसके हिसाब से रिप्लाई आएगा. इफ आई टेल आई एम अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट तो वो चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट के एंगल से रिप्लाई करेगा. बट हर बार मैं कितनी बार करते बैठूंगा, राइट. मैं ऑलरेडी पेड टू चैट जीपीटी, उसको करना चाहिए काम, मैं नहीं करूंगा. तो आई जस्ट शो यू हाउ यू कैन डू इट. यू कैन जस्ट क्लिक हियर एंड यू कैन राइट कस्टमाइज चैट जीपीटी. यू कैन क्लिक हियर. ओके, आई जस्ट शो यू. जितना पुराना कथा जो भी है हमारे ऑफिस का सब इधर मैंने डाल दिया है ताकि चैट जीपीटी को पता चले कि हम क्या करते हैं, उसके हिसाब से वो रिप्लाई करेगा. We are growth partners, Tally certified partner, all of this. We are based out of Gadar. Our services include, we also partner with CAs. Our working time is 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Currently, we support these languages. We have so many followers. This is our website. Okay. तो ये मैंने एक बार डाल दिया तो ChatGPT now knows. For example, अगर आप किसी साइंस वाले से कुछ साइंस रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन पूछोगे ना, वो टेक्निकल आंसर देगा आपको. बट कोई कॉमर्स वाले को पूछोगे तो वो कुछ जनरल आंसर देगा, राइट, बिकॉज ही डजंट गो टेक्निकल. That depends on who the person is. The answers are always dependent on who the person you're talking to, right? So when I tell ChatGPT that I'm talking to so and so, you are talking to so and so person, it knows how to reply to me, right? So you can do it once for all, and then you can also write here how would you like ChatGPT to respond. So I've written, I want you to be professional but always have a human touch. I want you to be crisp and to the point. तो एक उसको मैंने इंस्ट्रक्शन दिया है कि आपको जो भी पूछे गाली गलौच नहीं करने का. So you have to be normal. All that you can put it here. It is as good as a new intern at your office at just 2,000 rupees. Not intern. I can tell co-founder for your business. Okay. I can tell this. I can vouch for this because I've been using it. co-founder for your business at just 2122 rupees per month. And with this, I come to a conclusion of my presentation. Something wrong here. No problem. So with this, I conclude my presentation, and I would like to urge to all of you, आपके भाई नहीं है चलेगा, आपके पार्टनर नहीं है चलेगा, आपके साथ कोई फ्रेंड बिजनेस में ज्वाइन नहीं किया है चलेगा, but this is your real friend who can give you real benefits live. With this, I end my talk. Thank you so much. So we are now, sir, can you please join? We're now open for questions and answers. So whatever queries you have, please feel free to put it across.
I have a question on the loading of the file. You showed us about the Word file, but some other files, like you had some other tool you said tool has to be used. You mentioned some tool.
Yeah.
You mentioned some tool. So how do we know which? Hello. Yeah, we know that we want this kind of information like what you have suggested, suppose.
Right.
Now, how do we know which tool to use and
Wonderful question.
how do we go into that?
हमको पता कैसे चले कि है भी कि नहीं है, right? For that there is a beautiful website and there are many websites like that. So your question is what can AI do today? Correct? यानी आपके लिए?
Not really. I mean, मेरे लिए क्या कर सकता है वो तो basic question है ही है, लेकिन उसको कैसे करूं?
Exactly.
How to actually implement it?
Right. What can? So there is a website, sir. Sir, can you show the screen? आपने जो पूछा उसी नाम का एक वेबसाइट है, what can AI do today.com. Screen. Yeah, you can see that what AI can do today.com, right? आपका क्वेश्चन एग्जैक्ट वही था, ये मैंने एंटर कर दिया. जगत में कितने AI टूल्स है वो सब इधर लिस्टेड है सर. जो भी नया बनेगा वो आके इधर अपने आप ये भी चैट जीपीटी यूज करके अपने आप इधर अटैच हो जाएगा. अभी आपको समझिए सेल्स रिलेटेड चाहिए, राइट? अभी सर ने बोला मेरे को धंधा बढ़ाने का, सेल्स बढ़ाने का. You will just come here and you will search. For example, I'll show you. Search for a task. You write sales, search with AI. Sales related कौन से tools है वो सब इधर आ गए. Engage leads, offer listing templates, generate ideas, manage sales, qualify customers, manage caller IDs. Right? इसमें इतना बड़ा लिस्ट है सर that we can never complete. Okay? And the idea is not to know more tools. Idea is to have few tools but to use it at a great scale, effectively, right? ऐसे ये तो सेल्स का हो गया. अगर आपको कोई भी और भी क्वेरी है, प्राइस लिस्ट बनाना है, एचआर का क्वेरी है, ऑपरेशंस का क्वेरी है, डिजिटल मार्केटिंग का आपको कुछ टूल्स चाहिए, आपको लग रहा है कि सब लोग इंस्टाग्राम में वीडियो बना रहे हैं, मेरे को भी बनाना है, तो you just come here and type whatever you want. Okay, it will not give you the answer. It will give you कि कौन सा टूल आप यूज कर सकते हो. उस टूल से आप उस टूल को आपको फिगर आउट करना है कि वो आपको रेलेवेंट है नहीं है, एंड देन यू हैव टू टेक इट फॉरवर्ड. सो आई कम टू नो अबाउट वन वंडरफुल टूल, यानी वो अभी तक आइडिएशन स्टेज में है. उसमें क्या होता है, आप गूगल मैप्स ओपन करोगे सिर्फ, ओके, एंड इफ यू हैव अ टच स्क्रीन और यू हैव योर फोन या फिर आपका कर्सर लेके आपको सिर्फ राउंड बनाना है गूगल मैप्स में, राइट? एंड देन इट विल आस्क यू कीवर्ड. उस कीवर्ड में आप लिखोगे फॉर एग्जांपल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स, तो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स नाम के जो भी बिजनेस है उधर वो सब आपको लिस्ट आ जाएगा. So that solves your purpose, sir. If you write kirana अंगड़ी निम customer ತಾನೆ. So ಅದು ಒಂದು Google Maps ಟೂಲ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಆ Google Maps ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೀವು ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಿಮ್ದು ಧಾರವಾಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಧಾರವಾಡ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅದು ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕಿರಾಣ ಅಂತ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಂಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಗ್ರೋಸರಿ ಅಂತ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಂಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರ್ದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಗೂಗಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಿಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಯರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಟನ್ ಕಿರಾಣ ಆರ್ ಗ್ರೋಸರಿ ಆರ್ ಎನಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಫೋನ್ ನಂಬರು ಹೆಸರು ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ ಇಮೇಲ್ ಐಡಿ ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಏನೇನು ಅವ್ರು ಹಾಕಿದಾರಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಲೀಡ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್. ಈ ತರ you might be wanting something for lead warm up or lead nurturing. You have to just type it here and it will show you the answer, sir. I guess it answers the question. Any next question? Vinayak sir is also here with regards to funding.
Yeah, Vinayak sir, question to you, sir. Now,
Yes, sir.
suppose I have an idea, but I feel it should not be leaked or should be copied. So how can I protect that one
Sir, one is
for startup?
see, idea being a patent, right?
Okay.
Or a design being a patent. It's not very strong enough in India.
The idea we can patent it.
We can, but it's not that strong enough. As only an idea patent, you need to again give the process flow, the diagram, and other things and all. Like today, like Swiggy and Zomato, they do the same business. They cannot fight that I started the business first, you started the business first. It's an idea to sell online food, to deliver food online. So idea patenting is not that great concept. But if you are able to make a prototype and put what will that idea do, right? The submissions of the idea. Okay, my idea can make what you call the traveling faster by 15 minutes. So that's a claim which you have put. Now, based on that, you can protect. Now, I'm not an IP consultant though, but the way you can do it is, if any of these things need to be protected, again, as a government of India, as I mentioned, there is an IP cell in the colleges where you can go and discuss on this, and they will help you to protect your ideas also. But I don't prefer an idea patent to be filed because it's just more of a claim that I have a patent. Idea protection is not that great in India.
Good.
Anyone else?
So, as I mentioned in my first slide, if you have just a couple of minutes, 2 to 3 minutes only max, because we don't have many more questions. One of the beneficiaries of that 2019 Elevate is in this crowd. So I'll just like to invite Mr. Salimat sir to just take few minutes and give a just a glimpse that how from a government employee he became an entrepreneur with the help of Elevate funds. Just I would like to request him to spend a couple of minutes on this. So as I told you in the first slide, he is one of the winners of 2019 Elevate.
Thank you, Vinayak sir, and also thank you, Chamber of Commerce, for giving this opportunity. Basically, I've done my MBBS from King Subli, MD from Government Medical College to Vanderbilt. And I was also like a senior scientist, MD ಮುಗಿತು senior scientist ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಿಂಗಳ ಬೈಕೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದೆ Bangalore, one of the third largest biotechnology company in the world producing insulin. ಆಮೇಲೆ then hometown is Hubli is my hometown, so I joined KIMS. Probably I would be working in KIMS right now, if not that something strange thing that had happened in 2019, what sir was telling. So I was a curious mind. Though I am a doctor, I also used to do continuously. I used to research on things for which we didn't used to have answers. So ICU level bada deaths ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. So then my research mind went to find out why it is happening until. Then we found out a reason for that, and we did a research in from 2018 to 19 KMC ಒಳಗೆ. And then ಅದೇ we filed for patents. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಆ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಕಮರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ. ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಕಮರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯೂರಿಯಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ದೆನ್ ಫೈನಲಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಹಂಗೆ ಆವ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಲಿವೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ವಿ. ದೆನ್ ಐ ಗಾಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲೈಕ್ ನಮ್ದಿದು ಏನೋ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ರೇಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಅಪ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಗಾಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಫಂಡ್ 35 lakhs plus funds ಬಂತು. And then with the condition to commercialize, Gokul Institute factory ಹಾಕಿದ್ವಿ. Then we started selling those things to the hospitals. They didn't even only give me funding. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ತಗೊಂಡು ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, because in my entire family tree there is nobody who is into business field. I'm an accidental entrepreneur, ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರನರ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ವರ್ಡಿನ ಮೀನಿಂಗು ಕೇಳಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಗ ಸರ್ ನೋಸ್ ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಸೊ ಮುಂದೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ದೆನ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಹಾಗೆ ನೈ ವೆಂಚರ್ ಇಂಟು ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ದೇ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಗುಡ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಎಲಿವೇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸರ್, ಫಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಒಂದೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ದೇ ಗಿವ್ ಯು ಬಿಸಿನೆಸ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹೌ ಟು ಡೂ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಅಪ್ಸ್, what are the principles of startups, not business. I don't know how to do business till today. I don't know what is normal businesses. I can't set up normal businesses. So startup ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಕೇಲಬಲ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಇವು ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅವು ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಗಿವ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಮೋಹನ್ ದಾಸ್ ಪೈ ಅಂತವ್ರು ಬಂದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಪೀಪಲ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ವಿತ್ ಇನ್ 1 month or 2 months training with those connects, you get you get knowledge of how to start a global company, not a company that is limited to small city or small area, but how to create a global company that can go to global level. That is actually, I felt funding can, sir, the knowledge we get there from those eminent people and industrialists is huge, and it cannot be explained in words, or it cannot be valued in money anta nange ansidu. So ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ದುಡ್ಡು ಬಂತು. ಸೊ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಅ ಮಿಡಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್, ಅದೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಿಲ್ರಿ, ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಅವರ್ಸ್. ನಮ್ಗೇನ್ರಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಓದ್ಬೇಕು, ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಪಡಿಬೇಕು, ಅಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಜಾಬ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಅಂಡ್ ವಿ ಒನ್ ದ ಲೈಫ್, ವಿ ಒನ್ ದ ಶೋ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಜಾಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ರೈಟ್? ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಅವರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡ್ತು, ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಕೊಡ್ತು. Initially, I was working in KIMS, and then we set up the factory in Gokul Industrial Estate. So today, the formula that is produced there, ICU patients ge tube feeding and rice tube anta heltivi. So people who are on ventilator in ICU, very sick people, cancer patients, so antaralia, ಅದು ನಾವು ಫೌಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಶಿವಮೊಗ್ಗ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ಹೋದ್ರು, ಟುಡೇ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ದಾವಣಗೆರೆ SS ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜು ಅಥವಾ SDM ಅಥವಾ KMC, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಸೊ 2019 ದುಡ್ಡು ಬಂತು, 2020 ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಗಾಡ್ ನಾನು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಕೊರೋನಾ ಲಾಕ್ಡೌನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ 2 years, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅದೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ವೆನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗುಡ್, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಯು ಬಿಕಮ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್, ಯು ನಾಟ್ ನೋ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಟೀಚ್ ಯು ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಗಾಡ್ ಐ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಲಾಕ್ಡೌನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. 2020 ಲಾಕ್ಡೌನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 ವರ್ಷ ಲಾಕ್ಡೌನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಐ ಗಾಟ್ ಟ್ರೈನ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ಕೋರ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೌ ಟು ಸರ್ವೈವ್ ಇನ್ periods like lockdown, or in bad things, or when bad things are happening to the businesses. ತಿಳಿತಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ದೆನ್ ವಿ ಗಾಟ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್. ಹಾಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಅಪ್ ಅಂದ್ರ ಯು ಆಲ್ ನೋ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಲೈಕ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಗೈಸ್. ಸೊ ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್, who are software entrepreneurs, who also wants to change the world or doing something exciting. So all these things, when I came to contact, then I felt that okay, technology can do great things in medical field also. We can close so many gaps that are presently there in our conventional medical practice using technology. And then we had tie-ups with BUB. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, we developed a software which can treat diabetes online diabetes treatment ಚಲುವಾತು. It's not only treating online diabetes but also reversing diabetes. That was the second venture which was started after in 2022 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. Then ಹಂಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಮುಂದುವರೆದು, I'm trying to keep this thing as short as possible, because I was told that I have to finish it in 10 to 15 minutes. It's a 4-year story. I'm trying to tell you in 10 to 15 minutes. So ಮುಂದೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಆಗಿ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಸ್ ಬಂತು. ಟುಡೇ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಪೀಪಲ್, ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಸ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಸೌತ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ, ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಇರೋದು ಸೌತ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರು, Mysore patients and they are taking diabetes treatment from us, and they are getting reversed also. We don't see the patients in that. We never see the patient. They send the reports, we tell the treatment, and we have India Post to delivery our jotege namdu MOU ಇದೆ. So our formulas reach their treatment also reach their place wherever they are, in village as well as cities. Then hange adu ಮುಂದುವರೆದ ಭಾಗ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ people started asking me, why can't this be given to people who are not tech savvy, where people can come to the centers, get checked up and then get treated ante. Hange ಉಚಿತ BP ಶುಗರ್ ಚೆಕಪ್ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಒಂದು 1 year back November 1 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ in 2024 November 2023 November. So ಮುಂದೆ ಅದೇ ಹಂಗೆ ಬೆಳ್ತಾ and then they grow, and then we came to know that okay, they need full-fledged clinics and there are privacy issues there, because once we're treating for diabetes, setting up some small BP sugar checkup centers which were operating only for 2 hours in the evening in a 10 by 10 square foot area. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ನಮ್ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಏನೋ, if you treat diabetes so well, then people will think that you treat other things also well ante. Then there are a lot of ladies patients who are coming for thyroid PCOD issues also, talking about menses and their privacy issues, wherein all boys, males, their neighbors only are sitting. So then we thought, okay, we should maybe we have to create privacy. It should be a full-fledged clinic ante ಹೇಳಿ. Then we winded them up, and then ನಾವೀಗ ಒಂದು 6-7 ತಿಂಗಳ ಹಿಂದೆ ಕೇಶಾಪುರದಲ್ಲಿ, ಬೆಂಗೇರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ we set up a first full-fledged clinic. Again, these clinics also not normal clinics, they are tech integrated. There, if you go any day, you'll not find a doctor. I'll only go to those clinics 2 hours in a weekly. Again, there will be trained staff. There will be again we use again lot of technology, again lot of things, processes, SOP, sir and all ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲ. So all those things, and we'll be treating patients fantastically. ಅದು ಮುಂದೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ then ಏನಾಯ್ತು, right now we entered into many other sectors because we are researching, we are analyzing people's need and all. So ಅವು ಈಗ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು we are setting up 3 tech centers basically, GV centers, life centers ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕ್ ಬಯಸ್ತೀನಿ. Because now today we are into real estate, today we are into is a chain of clinics, not 1, 3 CBT alliде, Gokul Road allide, airport road biduralli Jivini ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, and then again that Keshapur first one what we started. So we also are into grocery business, home delivery, and today we are into medicine delivery. We are giving treatment. There are multiple clinics, and we are also into real estate and so many other things. All are integrated. All we have used technology as a backbone to integrate these businesses as well as scale these businesses up. So that's what happens with this government fund. I have seen a lot of people saying that illa government fund ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, minuscule ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಏನು business ನಡೆಯೋದು, ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. But what I have personally seen is this elevate to all these government funding programs. I see that many states right now are doing that thing. So it helps to catalyze entrepreneurship in the entire society. So because people who have not even thought of entrepreneurship, or people who have not even thought of doing businesses, right? So this government programs in the way funding with that training they help to make a lot of people who are not such the middle class people who are more okay with securing good ranks and doing jobs, they come into the entrepreneur world. And other here these people, because I will think that as a strength also, because we don't know how to do business, we have come with an open slate of mind, and we reimagine the world with our own view, because there is nothing written in our family tree, or we don't have anything legacy model namge wait agangilri, right? So what I would say is you all people, you can use those funding programs. Not only the funding programs, more importantly, taking part in such programs is important, whether you win, whether you secure the funding or not. But the knowledge base what you get, the network what you exposure what you get, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ Swiggy, Zomato, all these were startups, all these run on the same business principles. What this elevate program of the government programs will teach you. So even if you don't win, you will come to know, or you will at least know the principles of how to create the next Zomato, or next Swiggy, or next Google, or next Amazon. So that is the greatness of these government programs. I would encourage everybody, don't have that thing that illappa ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು, ನನ್ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದಿಲ್ಲ, ಗೆಲ್ತದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲೋ, don't have that in mind. Go there with a single intention of thinking that okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಬರೀ participate ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ maybe I am the person who is going to create the next Google or next Amazon. We never know, right? And what I see is, compared to metro cities, a person coming from the tier 2 or tier 3 cities, especially cities like Hubli, because Hubli ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಿರ್ತದ, there will be no any infrastructure support for anybody, whether name funding ಸಿಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Bangalore, you tell some idea to somebody sitting in a coffee shop, you'll get 1 crore to 10 crore investment just by sitting in some coffee shop and explaining some idea in a wonderful way. But in Hubli, even to give you 1 lakh rupees, people will think 1,000 times. So entrepreneurs who come from tier 2 or tier 3 cities are super efficient, are able to withstand the adversaries of the businesses, and also they are able to build much better business. Hubli not only new entrepreneurs I'm taking, even the existing businessmen also, to survive in such without any business support or financial support, or without any knowledge support also. Here the information sharing to knowledge sharing also is not that up to mark. So without anything, if people are still doing businesses, without anything, still businessmen of Hubli are making money, that means it shows their grit. It also shows their ability to do businesses in a cost efficient way also. So I think if people in Hubli set up or do something scalable businesses, scalable businesses are startups. If a business is scalable, we tend to label it as a startup. One of the prime properties or prime ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಸ್ಪೆಷಾಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಅಪ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಕೇಲಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ನೀವು ನೀನು ಕಾಫಿ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರಿ, ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಪುಟ್ ದಟ್ ಕಾಫಿ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಕಾಪಿ ಪೇಸ್ಟ್ ಥ್ರೂಔಟ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್? If we can copy paste it throughout the world, then we call it as scalable entity. So that is one of the properties of the startup scene. So if Hubli people know how to set up businesses that are easily scalable, then I feel I don't think many people like even Zomato, Swiggy, Hantaven, metro cities in Bandaval region startups. So I feel in the second run, maybe after 5 years or 10 years, it will be startups from tier 2 cities which will be dominating our country or dominating our world, not the startups from the metro cities. Because metro cities, they only know to burn the cash, make the business model bigger, and somehow get an exit either through buyout or through stock market IPOs. But Hubli businessmen, if they set up startups like Zomato or Swiggy, I feel Zomato or Swiggy cannot withstand the grit or cannot withstand the cost efficiency, the mentality of businessman of Hubli city. The only problem is Hubli ಮಂದಿಗೆ ಹುಬ್ಳಿ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಝೊಮ್ಯಾಟೊ ಸ್ವಿಗ್ಗಿ ಅಂತ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಸೂತ್ರಗಳನ್ನ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇನಾದ್ರು ಬೈ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಬಿಡ್ತು, every business maybe after 5 years or 10 years, it will be from tier 2 cities like Hubli who will be dominating the show and not the metro cities. Thank you, sir. Any questions are there? I'm open. Otherwise, we don't. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for your inputs. I request the audience, if you're not the member of KCC&I, apply for the membership to avail many benefits by attending such events. I would like to appreciate and recognize the tireless efforts put by the staff of KCC&I. They work before the event, at the time of the event, and post-event. They make sure no stone is unturned. Hats off to all. And thank you. I request our KCCI Honorable Secretary to give the vote of thanks.
I don't take much time from you. Respected President CSP Samshimarji, esteemed Speaker CA Vinayak Hiremath and CA Manish Bhansali, distinguished office bearers, Vice President C. Sandeep Bhansali and C. Hiremath, Joint Honorable Secretary and Chairman Membership Development MPC Subhas Koti. I extend my heartiest gratitude to all of you are making this seminar on future-proof your business a grand success. Your presence and support have added tremendous value to this event. I would also like to thank our past presidents, Mr. Ramesh Patilji and Vinay Joliji, senior members of KCC and industry leaders who have taken time out of their busy schedules to attend this important session. Special appreciation to our friends from press and media for their coverage, and to all participants who have joined for various places. The interactive question and answer session and the enthusiasm shown by everyone have made this event truly meaningful. As Honorable Secretary of KCCI, I assure you that we will continue to organize such insightful programs for the benefit of our businessmen. Thank you one and all. The height is high.